Dun dun ba doom. Doom 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 doom. Oh, hello, Sasha. We're back at it again. Hopefully here in a second. Dun dun ba doom.
And Matt says, "Oh yeah, what's his name by the way? Caleb." I'm like, "No, no, damn it, no."
It's not copying though, because you weren't you weren't a German. It's not copying. Plus, no, that's spoilers. No, I'll keep that to myself. Sorry.
To be fair,
I
I
don't want
was
to
going
ruin
more
anything.
biblical Caleb than anything
Yeah,
else.
I mean,
Can we
I'm
stop?
still pissed off, goddammit.
Can we stop messing around, guys, and like play some D&D? Jeez, you guys are taking forever.
Yeah.
hi, Brad.
Really? You
So
dare come
how's it
back
going,
here with
Brad?
that attitude? Really?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
All right.
He's just being sweet. He's just being ironic. Charlie.
Brad, can you hear our attitude
Ugh.
clearly, or is it still every?
It's every other word, but it's coming through just fine.
Oh no.
So yeah, so when you guys pop out of the tunnel at the bottom of Scarlet Moon Hall, amongst all that debris, you have to figure out a way to get out. There you go. I don't know if you guys figured it out.
I'm casting fly
All right.
on
Yeah,
me and Tozen.
All right, so you cast fly on you and Tozen. You feel the bonds of gravity just freed from your body and soul, and you're able to fly like a bird.
Oh. Oh my.
Yeah, flap your wings though.
I'm not certain. What
Like a little stupid hummingbird.
It's in the small print of the spell.
Okay,
Yeah, you
I'll
have to
believe
just
you.
like flap your arms to gain
I've got the player's handbook and I could check, but I'll trust you.
No need.
Yeah.
It's in the compendium.
One of you has to sing "Defying Gravity" from the musical Wicked.
Ah, if I could sing, I would. But yeah, I'm gonna.
Kind of have a feeling. Whatever. Yeah.
No.
So Tosin is looking very uncomfortable as he's like floating in the air and is like trying to figure out how this works and sort of. You know those when you see the astronauts on the space station?
Oh
they're
yeah.
like just turning around in midair. That's like Tosin at the moment as he's trying to figure out how this works.
Actually, as I cast fly, I'm just gonna like take out a flower, take off the plant pollen, and just flick it at you. I'll let Tinkerbell.
Oh.
There you go. Instead of being one of the astronauts, I'm gonna be like whenever they have a cat go up into space and it just looks like it just doesn't know which way is up. So I'm gonna make my way up to the stairs. Actually, I'm gonna take Janrik with me because he's probably light enough for me to carry.
What's the limit that we can carry when we're flying?
The spell doesn't specify. I imagine it's just carrying capacity. Slash.
What you have on you, I imagine.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll take my little halfling friend.
I'll take out like a loop of rope, but eventually I figure it out and it looks less like astronaut revolving in space and more like a man precariously balanced on a tightrope.
I'm gonna do the whole thing like when you lift a kid up underneath their arms. I'll do that.
Aww.
I'm totally doing Rose from Titanic.
I mean, you are actually flying, so
Exactly.
it's not
This is a
stupid.
beautiful moment, guys.
Yeah, so when I get up there, eventually, I like tie a rope around. Is there something solid I can tie a rope around? Maybe the scaffolding on the outside?
Yes.
or-
Yeah, you definitely could.
Yeah, and I'll let it drop down to the ones still with the rubbish below.
Okay. Assume everyone climbs on out of the rope. So you guys can make your way outside and down the scaffolding if that's what you so desire.
I'm not
Yeah,
going down the
and I
scaffold.
get my rope back, to be clear. By the way,
Yes.
I get my rope back.
So you untie your
I'm not
rope,
going
put it
down.
back in your pack, and those who fly, float, or fly their way out into the Sumber Hills. You feel the fresh air, still tinged with smoke, but certainly much fresher than what you experienced down below in the temple.
I'm gonna start doing barrel rolls.
Madam Elizabeth, huh?
Yeah.
A question, if you would. Um, when does this stop?
I can stop it now. Do you want me to stop it now?
No, not just yet. Maybe when I'm on the ground.
We are quite high up. You can go down and I can stop it, but then I can't fly anymore and I want to enjoy this. So just hold on, just like another maybe, I don't know how long this lasts for, but 10 minutes. Can you last 10 minutes?
Certainly. Yes.
Maybe you should stop it earlier.
Oh, to make him go splat.
Well, like, not so high.
Okay,
But wouldn't that be funny?
it would be fun. Okay.
Like, if he was over, like, a lake.
I don't know if he can swim though.
He looks like he floats.
Not in heavy armor, I don't. I'm not hearing this, I'm just pointing it out.
Just sink to the bottom like a stone, and it's like, okay, let me just expend my last spell slot to cast flight again, so you can get you out. And I'm just gonna be flying around and just twirling around in the sky and enjoying the fresh air. Oh, actually,
Flying like a first-time driver drives.
just kind of not that high off the ground,
Very nervous.
just going straight forward.
Alright,
What?
so I do think we probably should get out of here. I mean, it would be fun if they came back and found us, but
Oh no, I'm going, and then I'm gonna fly up and take a look around. Do I see anything over? Can I see the barge right in from here? If I go, like, let's say 60 feet up.
Isn't it like kilometers away?
Yeah, if I go 60
Yeah,
feet
but
up.
you can see pretty far from up above.
Can I see anything in the way of returning clouds overhead or anything like that?
You see some cloud cover, maybe to the north, like over Belliard, where the stone bridge is. It looks storm clouds, kind of similar to what you've been seeing recently, just kind of random storms moving through the area, but nothing like what the barge ride experienced.
Okay.
So if you guys are right there. You're kind of at the top of a. Here, I should be able to put this. Give me 1 second.
Can I see the forest from here?
Yes.
not
Oh,
through the
what's
trees.
up? Is it still the same?
Or has it gotten even bigger?
Yeah. Is this like a cancer of sorts?
Yeah. So as you fly up 60 or so feet, you float up. The ground falls away beneath you. You see Tozen kind of twirling around, trying to get his bearings. The others are climbing down the scaffolding. You take a moment to fly up a little higher. You're already kind of up on a high bluff, and as you do so, you're able to kind of see over some of the other hills and bluffs in the area, down into the valley below to the prairie lands. This is a unique way for you to view the land, as you've never seen it this high before. In fact, probably no one but the flying creatures in the area have. But you do notice,
Knights of, what's it?
right, the Feathergale Knights most likely are comfortable and familiar with this view. But you do notice that the forest itself has spread even a little bit more since even just the 1 day or 2 days you've been down underneath the ground.
Okay.
You can clearly see this giant oak tree growing up, dwarfing the other trees around it. But yeah, the forest seems to have spread.
Okay, I'm gonna realize that at this height I feel a little bit queasy, and I'm gonna descend. and I want to end the spell just before it ends and make sure that I land on my feet
Okay.
and see if Tozen lands on his bum.
Tozen. Dexterity check.
Is this
So
really
I wanna
necessary
make sure you're
considering
not-
we have, like, -1?
Do you like an acrobatics check?
Yep,
I
-1.
want to make sure it's not high enough to do damage, only just high
I hear you.
Oh shit.
So you, as Tozen is kind of floating down to the ground, Elizabeth, being a little bit of a jokester at times, you make sure it's not going to hurt him, but you kind of want to, poke a little fun.
Yeah.
And you end the spell expecting Tozen maybe, land on his bum, but instead he, surprisingly, despite his orcish heritage, does a quick spin in the air and lands on his feet. One knee on the ground and a fist planted firmly in the ground.
3-point superhero landing.
Yeah, 3-point superhero landing. Slowly he raises his eyes to the sky with a heroic look in his eye.
Well, that wasn't very much fun.
I don't
Oh.
want to. He wouldn't fly up high enough for him to land on his butt.
Oh, this wasn't too bad. But next, I know you did it on next. Or sm- but,
Oh yes, complete accident. I'm so sorry.
yeah, next time
I forgot
would
that I cast it
appreciate
on you as well. Sorry.
No, that's all right.
Why does it work when you play tricks, but it doesn't when I do it?
Skill, I guess.
I'll play next time.
I mean, really, you're not. I think you're out of practice as far as being funny.
That
So
was never funny.
Yeah, but looks and smells aren't everything.
I'm just gonna give him I'm just gonna narrow my eyes at him.
it was around this point in time that you guys kind of remembered. You guys are running for your lives a little bit.
Oh,
Oh
shit,
yeah.
Let's go.
Well, there is
We
that.
left our horses nearby. Right?
We did. Wait, did we? I thought we might have taken the cart here.
Oh, right,
You
we
walked
did.
the rest of the way towards, if I remember
We
correctly.
left Sergei somewhere. We always leave
Yeah, but
Sergei
we
somewhere.
confronted again.
We forgot my horse.
Can't you just
Oh
summon
no,
it?
where's your horse? It's gone.
Son of a bitch.
Am I missing a joke here?
No, I'm going to use the spell slot. I don't want to do that.
We can summon his
Ah,
horse.
okay.
Well, technically, if it's
Fine.
like within a mile of you, you can sense it, right?
But
I'm not even sure we brought it with
you
us.
didn't. No, you guys used.
Oh my
Going somewhere.
You guys, when you left the barge, right? You used Sergei in the cart, and you guys were taking shifts, riding and watching and stuff.
Alright, so there's a horse with devil horns just chilling at the
Just
barge.
chilling.
I'm just imagining there's some drunk guy like, "Whoa, I had too much to drink tonight.
Ooh.
I need to lay
Oh.
off the vodka."
Just a Satan horse just relaxing,
Yeah,
chewing some grass.
yeah. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
All right. So, what direction you guys go? Where are you going?
So I guess we're going out the way we came, which, if I remember correctly, was down this way and out.
This might be more helpful for you guys.
I know this map so
Black
well.
screen.
Yours is black, mine's loaded.
Oh, well, I also couldn't move my player thing, so I should probably reload.
Might be a good idea. So I guess we're going from where the opening to this is, across the plains and back down the Cairn Road. Trying to find Sergei on the way there.
Yeah. I mean, let's do that, yeah.
Stop that! See that, Brad?
See what?
Alright,
Stop.
What?
He was putting little green lines on the map.
Yeah, he's increasing the forest. Okay, that's excessive. Now you're just messing with me. It's just everywhere now.
Let me help.
The whole world is just a forest. I've ended deforestation. You're welcome, guys.
So
Was deforestation ever an issue in a world where elves
No,
couldn't
probably
thrive?
not. No, I was realizing as I was saying it's a very modern problem.
Anyway, so we find the carts, right?
We try to.
okay. So you guys kind of try to backtrack the way you came, trying to find Sergey. Someone go ahead and roll a survival check.
Not me.
I can do that.
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, survival. Here we are.
Okay. Ooh, very good. I mean, you know. So you guys are trying to backtrack your way back. Tozen, you use some of the skills you learned from your military service to track out, find some of your old tracks, and follow your way back. And eventually, you rise up over a bluff and start descending down into the valley a little bit, kind of where you guys left. I knew you'd have to go out on foot. And eventually you find Sergey next to your cart, unmolested.
Did you have to use that word?
Yeah, yeah.
It really wouldn't have been a spawn if Sergey had been molested.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Sergey.
Just an alpha male bull comes along.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh gosh,
Oh God.
just the worst.
Well, let's not
Devolving.
delve into
So you guys kind of left maybe around, it was like 10ish in the morning or whatever when you guys left. So it took you a couple hours to get through here to where Sergey's at. So maybe 12 or 1 o'clock. But you guys make it there. He's good. Your cart's good.
All right.
that. Okay.
So, shall we return to Red Lodge, or wait? I have been to Red Lodge, or to the Barge Right Inn.
Weren't we going to go deal with some other stuff that is on our very long list?
Oh,
I
There,
know what I
that-
have commissioned. Yes.
there is that bonehead guy.
Do you mean
But-
the lich?
Yeah, you know, your buddy that you made promises to. But I don't
Buddy.
know if that is like. That might be pressing, but I don't know if it's like up there with all these other like clans of Earth, Wind, and Fire dudes.
Hmm. we
Hey,
might
that sounds
have-
like a good band.
Shit, I was about to make the joke.
You got beaten to the punchline.
I didn't want to
Um,
interrupt. I was gonna type it out. Never mind.
We might have another pressing issue to add to the list. Anyone else looking at how the forest has grown?
That's what they do, right? I mean, trees grow.
No,
Oh.
but I
I mean,
this one.
I don't know how long I've been gone, so isn't this normal?
Not long enough for
That's-
that to happen.
What you
How long
described
has
is
January been gone?
natural.
Hmm.
He's only been gone a few days, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's bad.
It felt like an eternity in there.
No, yeah, I'm making sure that
Yeah, it's only been. a
No,
couple
really.
days.
I mean, like you guys left me, and all I had was myself.
could have
I
actually
mean,
been
it
months.
was really good company. I mean, really.
Could have actually been months. You'd have no idea.
Usually, when I'm alone, I can at least like entertain myself. But I couldn't even move my arms.
I don't like the implication of those words.
Yeah.
You know, nasty.
Guys, he couldn't juggle. Come on.
Oh yeah, that's okay. That's what he meant.
Yeah, he couldn't play with his balls.
He's. Oh
Juggle them a bit.
gosh. Come on.
Oh my god!
You gave me that one.
Oh god, this is being recorded.
Sorry,
Sasha.
Sasha.
Okay.
You'll have to sit for that.
Dale's not that sorry. He's proud
I'll
of
time.
himself.
I'll timestamp it. So.
But,
So, shall we return to the barge right? Perhaps there might be new developments that we can discuss. I, for one, await news from your sister.
oh, I need to apologize to her. Or maybe not saying anything at all. I don't know. I don't know what's worse.
You might have to explain to her that her brother was not her brother.
Yeah.
What?
Rick, you
Ah,
missed,
yes.
you missed something.
Yeah, I'm looking back and forth at you guys like.
So remember the Earth Temple that you got petrified in? The one where we found
Old Snakehead.
Julian?
By the
Yeah.
way, everyone's some old head.
Okay.
Like your old horny head.
Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, they're quite prominent.
And
But
weren't you blue before I got turned into stone?
no! I've never been
Oh,
blue.
okay.
I don't know why everyone keeps thinking that. Am I just very sad? Is that why?
Oh, maybe it is. But then again, I am colorblind, so.
What?
Oh.
If you were
What
green, you would
does
die.
being sad have to do with being blue?
Oh,
I
it
do
is
not understand.
it's a phrase I've learnt. That if you're blue, you're sad.
What if
I-
you are green?
If you're green, you might about to be sick.
Oh,
If you're yellow, you have need. I don't know. You don't have dialysis in this world. Anyway, yeah. So when we rescued Julian, that was never him. So we've been traveling with him
So-
for
Like,
We-
when was it not him?
as soon as he was in the Earth Temple. It wasn't him. It was I don't know what, but it was something completely different.
I mean, I've heard of the phrase "not feeling like yourself," but
He tried to punch. No, he didn't try to punch me. He did punch me in the face, so I'm pretty sure it's not him.
well, I mean, I can
Changed into
understand
this-
why you would have wanted to do that. Though.
I'm going to punch you in the face in a second.
didn't
I
we
hear that. I've
see
heard that a
his,
lot.
Brad, remind me, didn't we see him like change under our
Yeah.
eyes?
Yeah, you did.
I was about to, yeah. We turned into this thing it was grey and it had like a mouth or a mouth. I've never seen anything like it, but that means I don't know where he is. Still. And
Do
he
we have
doesn't-
any idea how to find? Well, it was the Earth guy. So
Mhm.
maybe do we want to go back to the? I mean, is that the best place to look for him? Like when you lose something, you go back to the last place you had it.
I think I'm
I
just
don't-
worried they'll do the same thing again.
I don't know that we know when he was replaced, honestly. Didn't he go on a walk by himself when we were in Larchmont at one point when he found out that
There was a
did.
time that he got caught, didn't he? Or was that you? You both look brother sister thing, whatever.
We look literally nothing alike.
Well, yeah, okay, but you are brothers and sisters.
It's true. I think that he wasn't himself since we were at the Earth Temple. I thought something was off about him, but I thought it might have just been, the trauma. feel like shit. I don't even know my own brother from some nasty pretender.
Do you think maybe his girlfriend could tell him apart? I mean,
The one that's dead.
really? I mean, how exactly the same were they?
Jenrick
Enough
knows
where I couldn't
that
tell.
she is dead. He knows about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you do know he's dead. She's
Yeah, that
dead.
was-
She died a long time ago. That was well before Julian got
Okay. Okay. I still argue you don't know. We don't know when we don't know when he got kidnapped.
I think I do. But at the very least, he doesn't know that Jasmine's dead. He doesn't know that Benefin's dead.
But he knew. I mean, he knew things about you. So, like, this doppelganger thing, Gray Maw guy.
Hmm.
How much do they get, like, the knowledge of the person that they imitate?
I don't know. I mean, I hate to say it, but they might have got it out of him. People in pain will tell a lot of things. I don't want
Madame,
to think about that. Don't
Madame
wanna think about it.
Elisabetta, I am not sure. That is the sort of detail they might have thought to ask of him.
No, but
Perhaps
it's-
they got it out of him some way. But this, in the end, is circular reasoning. We have no way of knowing either way. At the moment, the best we can do is hope to find your brother.
I just hope. I hope to find him alive at this point, but I'm not.
Perhaps.
What if
hopeful.
we go back and we doppelganger the doppelganger?
What do you mean?
Well, I can make myself look like anything I want, but I can
Can
only be
you-
like a little bit taller or a little bit shorter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you come
But
up
if
to Julian's
these-
like upper leg?
Yeah, but what? You have a problem with a short doppelganger?
No, I just don't think you'd be very convinced. I think we should go back to the barge, right? Tell my sister what happened, and maybe she might be able to find something out about where he might be.
Sounds like a good idea.
I'll drive.
All right, let's go. Or rather, all right, let's go.
All right. So you guys hop in,
Yeah.
hook up Sergey to the cart.
Give him a good pat.
He nuzzles you. He's happy to see you. He was pretty lonely these past 2 days.
Oh, that's so cute.
So you hop in, Elizabeth, you take up the reins and you start trundling your way down into the valley below.
I'm not gonna ask how you know that, cat.
He's a farmer.
He's a farmer.
So
Didn't know you had cows.
We had a cow that would.
Farmer doesn't.
They're like cats. They'll try to lick your face.
Aww. Cute.
So eventually you make your way down to the Cairn Road
Mhm.
and you start heading south upon the road. So after about 3 hours of travel, maybe 4, you come to basically to the edge of this forest. Okay, you can see that the forest itself has grown over the Cairn Road, and completely swallowed it. Even as you get closer to the forest, you notice that the plains around you are sprouting up. First saplings, and then smaller trees, young trees, and as you get closer to the edge of the forest, the trees are getting bigger and bigger, and as you get to the edge there, where it's swallowed up the cairn road, about here, the trees itself are very large. And the forest inside looks dark with trees, not a lot of lights getting through, and then you can see also like large ferns growing at the edges. But the road itself disappears and is basically eaten up by this forest growth.
Does it look like it would be possible to drive around it?
Yes, you could, but you'd have to move slower as you're going on kind of
Okay.
prairie land that you'd have to make your way across.
Before
Yeah.
we do that, can I like take a look at the trees?
Sure. In what way? Like, what do you want? What are you looking for?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
basically
stop the
trying to figure
cart,
out-
so if you want to get out and look closer.
Yeah, basically like I've seen old trees and I've seen young trees. Does this look like I would expect a regular old tree to look, aside from being very big, like aging and so on?
Sure. Go ahead and do a nature check.
That's alright, I'm pretty good. Oh, +1.
So you hop out of the cart. Elizabeth starts. She slows down, gives Sergei a break. Evening is starting to come on. The sun is lowering in the sky, and you kind of just walk up to some of these trees and place your hands upon them and look up. Obviously, you know these trees weren't here. Well, in the few days that you've been in the area, you've seen this forest even grow. You know that these trees shouldn't have grown to this size in the shorter period of time. Even 2 days ago, this tree in particular wasn't there in this place. You know this because you traveled on the Cairn Road past here, and that it wasn't swallowed up at this point.
But the trees themselves.
The trees themselves,
look-
they look hardy, but they don't look old,
despite their size.
despite their size.
So it's like someone like blew up the trees in size, but not like they had the time. They were accelerated through their lifespan.
Yeah,
basically.
and the types of trees that they are, they're not necessarily like overgrown in the sense that they're abnormal sized. They're just kind of like the peak versions of whatever of the type of trees that are growing there. Like they've grown to their full potential, more or less.
Is usual. I will go back to the cart and like as we begin driving around, I imagine I'll
I'm
share
not
my
gonna
thoughts.
start. I'm not gonna start driving around yet.
Yeah, I will kind of like explain what I saw, and that leads me to thinking that perhaps there is certainly something magical at play here, but I was thinking that it might be some sort of empowerment of the trees. I do not know what to make of it beyond that.
I do.
You
I have an
You,
inkling
you
as well.
do?
Yeah. This is.
It's the Green New Deal, isn't it?
This is my fault.
It is.
I agree. A lot of things are your fault, but how is this your fault?
I'm going to strangle you in a minute. Like, you have a very small neck. It'll be quite easy to do.
Madame Elisabetta, why exactly do you suppose that this is the result of something of your doing?
It was quite some time ago, before you joined us. We were camping in these plains at one point. And Actually, goes back even further than that. Actually, do the rest of you remember when I disappeared that one time?
Yeah.
Do you remember what I told you about it?
You said you.
No.
I think you said something about the Feywild, if I recall.
Mm-hmm. I met the person who gave me the sword that I used to carry. I don't know what he was, but he wanted it back and offered me something in return that I took. But the sword called me back. So I summoned it back. And then I reappeared in the woods, and I had this necklace that the creature gave to me, and I had my sword. And I thought I had really screwed up. I'm messing with things that I don't understand, and I thought he might come back looking for the necklace, like maybe he could tell where it was or something, I don't know. So one night I buried it where we were camping, hoping that he would go there and get it back and maybe leave me alone. And that's where that giant tree is grown from.
Maybe we should go get the necklace back.
I don't think the necklace is... Yeah, I think it's going to be deep in this forest, and we don't know what's in there. He might be using it to come and find me.
Would you be able to find the exact location you left it in, if you had to look?
Oh yeah, it's under the massive tree. The very big oak tree. Yeah, that was the first one, and then that came up where I buried the necklace, and then everything around it just started sprouting. I don't know what it means. I just know that it's my fault it happened. And I'm worried it's going to put the rest of you in danger. Sorry I didn't say any sooner. I thought if I ignored it, it might stop growing, or it might die out. But it just keeps getting big.
So we can't exactly keep racking up these kinds of debts.
we're gonna destroy the world before they destroy the world,
Yeah,
and
right
then we'll
now-
have group coming after us. So
we need to see something through. Because right now we have the Shadow Dragon, the Lich, and wherever the hell this is, we have to deal with one of them.
and the
We can't
four
take-
other.
Yeah, and the cults. Like we have too many groups after us at this point. We have to deal with this, I think.
Okay. In my defense, I didn't know when I got the sword I would be doing some kind of deal. It was kind of the first one in stupid deals I didn't know I would be making.
I don't think any of us can judge you.
Oh, you
Well,
can. You
we
can.
can, yeah.
Yeah.
We,
I feel pretty stupid.
no, really, we can.
I took it for a good reason at the time, but now I feel like it wasn't worth it.
I mean, really, come on. Like half the fun in our lives is judging others. I mean,
Oh, well, I personally can't judge you. I'm just gonna shake my shield a little bit, because, I'd be a hypocrite. So, yeah, we make decisions that we think are best that can kind of bite us in the ass, but we can rectify them. So we just have to go for it.
Okay. Do we still want to go back to the barge fighting and...
I think like we're closer to the tree than the barge, right? So maybe we do the tree.
I could.
I mean,
do
at this point,
stopping for a short rest if we're going to do that.
we just. Oh, okay. Yeah.
You may rest
I'd like my
on-
spell slot back.
Can you
That's
rest
what-
while we ride? I mean,
We're not going to
Not
be able
if I have
ride
to
into
drive.
no. Well,
And I think
we're
if
not
we,
going to ride into this forest,
yeah,
not with the cart.
it looks too thick for us to do that.
okay.
Poor
It
Sir.
Like, the
has
road
been
is
a
completely
while
gone.
since I've had to do any forest warfare, but I think we can expect very uneven terrain, to say the least.
Did
Have you thought
screw
about
it
maybe
up?
how like Sergey feels about this? Like, he might be getting like abandonment issues. Really.
Oh, don't say that.
It
I mean,
might
you
be-
leave for a few days, you come back. You leave for a few
Sergey!
days.
Sergey, you having abandonment issues?
It might indeed be for the best to return to the barge ride, if only to leave him there in relative safety.
Yeah, we can leave him with someone that really cares for him.
That's fair. And I could get my horse.
The barge ride, then?
It might be worth checking in with Elizabeth's sister and my father, see if there's any news as
Oh
well.
yeah, we should
What?
make sure your dad's not
what?
freaking out about your sister.
Your
Oh,
your father?
yeah, you missed that bit too. He's very handsome,
Miss
and
Janet.
might be dating my sister.
Uh,
That keeps getting thrown around.
yeah, you should meet him, Master Janek. He's the only person I know who can talk his way out of things almost as good as you can.
Ah.
Challenge accepted.
Oh, shit.
They're just
Damn,
gonna have,
called out.
They're gonna have a competition to see who can pick up the most women.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you guys.
Alright, I'm gonna start driving Sergey around towards the barge, right? Occasionally glancing off into the forest to see if I see anything.
Okay.
Just keeping an eye out.
All right. So evening's falling. You
Not a
guys
problem for me.
trundle off into the grasslands, start moving past the forest. Elizabeth, as you snapping the reins, kind of keeping Sergey moving, you kind of look off into the forest, your eyes piercing through the darkness. Though it's still kind of hard to see between the trees and the ferns. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Hey.
As you're looking out into the forest, you see movement. It's only for a moment, but you see the quick flit of movement and a spark of light zip into view between two trees and hover. Goes to the next tree, the next gap, a little closer. The next tree, the next gap, a little bit closer, and hovers. And then, in the blink of an eye, the flash of light you see zips away into the forest and it's gone.
Does it seem like it moves at all like that fairy that we encountered that one night at the campsite? Or can I not tell?
No, it moves very similar to that.
Cool. And carry on moving.
Okay. Eventually, you make your way around the forest to a point where you're able to get back on the Cairn Road. And late in the evening, let's see here, maybe about 10 or 11 o'clock, due to the getting slowed down by the planes, not being able to be on the road, some of the off-roading you had to do, you make it back to the barge right in. You trundle up to the gate, which is closed, it being night, As you get to the gate, you hear someone call down from the top of the wall. Who is it? What's your business?
I've come to see my sister. She owns the place.
Hold on. He disappears beyond the wall. 15 minutes.
You'd think they'd see the resemblance, like.
20 minutes.
You could also have called for the captain. Oh well.
I don't remember her
We
name.
could have called ahead of time.
Eventually, you hear the sound of chains being pulled through mechanisms, and the gates slowly open and allow you access to the barge right.
Finally.
As you move through
Yeah.
town, you notice that most of the lights are doused, houses darkened. But you can see that in your 2 days of being gone, repairs have been made to many of the buildings, though the damage from the storm still exists. The hole out front of the barge right in itself has been filled in. You find the barge right in's lights on, but doused inside to kind of a lower level. You're met outside by her halfling secretary.
Okay.
Should I get the hostler to come get them for you? To put your beastie away.
Would they be asleep?
Yes, but no worry.
That would be lovely, thank you. Tell them I'm sorry for waking them up.
You'll find your sister in her chambers.
Thank you very much.
And with that, he goes inside to get the hostlers for your for Sergei in the wagon.
Okay. Yeah, I give Sergei a nice pat on the shoulder area and head inside.
Okay. So moving inside of the barge right in, you find there are no refugees anymore. It seems like everyone's moved themselves and their stuff out, and the barge right has moved its tables and chairs back, and is in the great rooms in a more normal kind of tavern kind of look that you would normally find in a tavern or inn. Though, due to the lateness of the hour, no one's behind the bar or serving food. It's dark.
I'm gonna head towards Galina's chambers.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm gonna ask her, is this something that you should do by yourself, or do you want someone to go with you?
I mean, I'm just going to tell her that
That
Julian
your
wasn't-
brother is maybe dead?
Yeah, just was not the right word there.
If you
She
want,
doesn't- the
I
only
have.
thing is she doesn't know you, Janrak, so
No, I didn't mean me. I mean,
If you want, Madam Elisabetta, I have other business I will wish to discuss with her.
you might
I
as
can
well come
accompany you.
along.
Well,
Yeah, you might as well come along as well.
it is as you wish.
I just didn't know if it was family business. So yeah.
It's fine. Tozen, I don't think I want to speak to her for that long. I feel pretty guilty about blaming her
You
earlier,
should
so
not, Madame Elisabetta. We all make mistakes. Sometimes we accuse people who are innocent, and sometimes we believe innocent people who are guilty. None of us are perfect. None of us should expect perfection from ourselves.
okay.
You may still apologize to her, share your doubts with her, but don't bend yourself out of shape over that. You are not perfect. You are simply a person.
I'll be honest, I'm probably just not going to tell her. She doesn't need to feel like she's suspected of being the same person as she was before.
That is
Don't-
also
she
alright,
doesn't
of
deserve-
course.
She doesn't deserve to start thinking that she's not a good person anymore. I don't know. I think we should go. She's probably going
Yes.
to be mad at us for waking her up, so be prepared for that.
Considering the circumstances, I think we might get away with it.
My
But yes,
siblings
let
get
us go.
grumpy. We all get grumpy when we're woken up. It's a family thing. I go and knock on her door.
You hear a voice from inside. Come in.
And gingerly open the door.
As you move
Who's
into
back?
her office, back so soon. It's good to see you, sister. And she gets up and walks to you and gives you a hug. A little more familial than your last experience.
I hug back, feeling more guilty now.
Ah, Master Tozen. Come in, please. Have a seat.
Yeah, I don't hug her. I more like bow formally.
Right. She doesn't try to hug you. She
I,
indicates a
I
chair.
didn't expect it either. Just wanted
Imagine
to make sure
Tozen trying to go in for a hug
Hey, man.
for no reason. It's like, oh yeah, we're hugging people. No.
Oh, is this how you do it?
This is a
around here?
custom.
Okay.
So she walks back behind her seat and. So
Yeah,
what
Pixie.
did you find in the Sumba Hills when you were investigating the druids? I
I-
believe, correct?
First of all, I think Tozen should ask about his thing, because my thing is long.
Ah, yes, Master Tozen. Hold on here. And she starts rummaging through her desk.
I love how we actually have drawer
Yeah.
noises.
That's great.
She pulls out a scroll with a broken seal. She opens it up. I do.
kind of raise my eyebrow at her. You are certainly most efficient, Madame Galena. I didn't expect much news so soon.
I have my ways. She starts pouring through the report a little bit, just as a review. There isn't much, I'm afraid. But those from your side of the world are distinctive. Obviously, sticking out like a sore thumb in our side. A group of soldiers were seen in Wamford getting on a keelboat and heading up the river some time ago.
That would be in the direction of the Somber Hills, yes?
Yes. They were seen heading up towards perhaps Riverguard Keep or beyond. We're not sure. That's really all we know at this time. We're really lucky to have that information at all. The people of Wamford have been cowed recently.
We are lucky to have the information, as I am lucky, as I am thankful to you for having found it.
I'm not
You
sure.
are.
Yes, I'm not really sure if these are those you're looking for, but it seems a strange coincidence.
It will certainly be a first place to look, which is more than I had yesterday. Thank you.
Of course. Sister,
Oh. So everything was destroyed. Like all the camps, so it's lots of bits that were burnt up, and this big tower thing that we went inside. It was horrible down there. Underneath it, there's lots of lava, lots of fire people. We almost died, but didn't. Got captured, escaped, and we're here. But the point is, Julian wasn't Julian. He tried to attack me, and then changed into something different.
He was possessed, or
No, I don't think
Charmed?
it was him. It was like this creature had just taken on his form just to follow us and understand what we were doing before we
a
reached the
doppelganger.
cultist. You know what that is?
She gets up and goes over to a bookcase and starts looking through some volumes of books, and she settles on one, pulls it out, and starts flipping through. And she slaps down on the desk, turns it around, and shoves it towards you. And was it something like this? And inside you see a painting, or not a painting, but a drawing, a pencil drawing of a creature similar to what you saw.
Yeah,
So
I don't even know how long he was that for.
she kind of sits down in her chair, looking a little bit more weary, concerned. That is something. Doppelganger services do not come cheap.
Must have been worth it for them to have someone knowing our exact movements the whole time. That means we don't know where he actually is.
For him to put on such a disguise, it was almost like he was here, that they must have him somewhere. A doppelganger would take a prisoner and sometimes keep them captive for as long as they can, so they can learn as much as they can so they can become that person. They can read your thoughts. The knowledge that he probably obtained from our brother in captivity, mixed with the thoughts that you were thinking at the time, probably made for an incredibly convincing ruse. It's no surprise that neither of us saw it. They are terrible creatures, capable of terrifying things.
But does that mean they would have kept him alive, maybe?
Almost certainly. There is a silver lining. I'm sure he's alive somewhere.
Okay. I was wondering if you could keep an ear out.
Yes, this can give me a direction. I'll set my people on it right away.
Okay, well, we did think he was being taken to the place that we found him, what was the name of it? It's not on here, never mind. The Earth Cultist Temple, he was being taken
The
up
Stone
river.
Monastery.
Yeah, the Sacred
Yes.
Stone Monastery.
Yeah, he was being taken upriver towards it, so he could still be there. We didn't explore everything. But I don't know if they might have moved him in that time, so that we definitely wouldn't find him.
Yes, I don't know. Perhaps there's more to these cultists than we thought.
Yes, didn't see it coming at all. Hoping we can do something about them, but the more we try to deal with them, the more it seems like they have so many tricks up their sleeves.
Well, what's next?
We have a long list of things that need our attention. Do me a favor and avoid that forest. The new one.
Yes, it's causing quite the stir and trouble. It's disrupting trade lines, and people have seen strange things in it.
Have you heard any specifics?
Just flashing lights. Some say that there are creatures in there that are larger than they should be. Deer, elk, but of enormous size. And if that's the case, then the predators must be large as well. But I'm not sure if I believe it. I'm not sure if I believe it. These people are superstitious, and though magic does exist, obviously, people always want to believe the worst.
Just don't. We're going to look into it. Just don't go in, and maybe if anyone asks about it, maybe tell them to stay clear as well.
Do you know something of it?
Something. Yeah.
Perhaps we'll talk about it another time.
Yeah, it's kind of late. It's been a long couple of days.
Yes, and I'm sure Chaya's father would like to see her.
Yeah. We'll go find him. Hope you sleep well.
Good night, sister. She gets up quickly, walks around, gives you another awkward hug, and
That's Vidania. And I leave.
So, did not tell her then.
I don't want her to know that I'm responsible for terrifying things.
That as well, but that is not the only thing I had in mind. She
What?
is your sister. How much do you trust her? Even knowing that she most likely was not responsible for that particular incident. And I do say this like when we're far away, that she
Yeah,
wouldn't be
when we've
able to
already
listen to
left.
the door.
I trust her more than I feel like I did to start with, but I still don't know how much I want to tell her about everything. She doesn't need to know all the nitty-gritty. I want to get to know her better first.
Very well. But do give thought to the possibility that not being open with your fears and your suspicions might prevent you from establishing true contact again with her.
Yeah, I think I'll think about that more once we're out of danger. Which might take a while, but I don't know how much point there is to getting to know her. If there's a chance I might end up being taken out of her life soon after. She can't miss me if she doesn't know me.
But isn't that what we all do? I was in the army, and I was for a long time. Every time I set out, I had to fear that I might never come back. But perhaps that is why I tried to make connections, not why I prevented from making them. Our time here is limited for all of us, even for the elves who live for centuries. And we can always find some excuse or another to try to isolate ourselves, for their sakes or for ours. But in the end, nothing changes. We are in danger today as we might be in danger tomorrow. Our lives might end in a few minutes, as we might end in a few centuries. In the end, we still have to make connections, to make the time that is given to us meaningful, I think.
Yes. Very profound.
No, it is just the rumblings of a man, an old man, who has had too much time to think about such things.
I could learn some wise things from you, I think. But I think we should get back to the others, and we should find Chaya's dad and let him know that he doesn't need to be suspicious anymore.
Yes, indeed.
I'm gonna... Yeah, we'll head back to the others. So, Gillen has been filled in. Mostly. We should find your dad, Chaya. And tell him that he doesn't need to worry about spies in his midst. Because the funny thing is, it was in ours.
Yeah, I can probably wait till the morning. I suspect he's either sleeping or sleeping with someone else, so.
Oh.
Pretty bad.
You... Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I want to go to bed.
I'm gonna go check on my horse.
So as you guys are
That conversation, that sounded really weird.
kind of in the great common room of the inn, you hear like a on the front door.
Is there like a window that we can see?
Well, soon enough the door opens, and the captain walks in with two soldiers. She's holding a big burlap sack, and it has something in it. She looks over the group. He's asking for you. And she points to you, Roland. There's a man outside the gate. He looks dangerous,
Oh no.
and he's asking for you. And he brought this. And she tosses the sack at your feet.
I lift it up and open it.
As you pick up the sack, you slowly open it up, and inside you see two heads
I knew it.
Which
and
is-
a cup and a smattering of armored pieces. It's clear from the armor included and what you know of the fire cultists as you've been engaging them in combat. These were members of the fire cult.
Then we may yet be redeemed.
Unexpectedly wholesome for two heads
I-
in a bag.
I close the sack up, hoping to God that no one else saw it, and then proceed to go meet him outside.
I mean, is there no blood on the sack at all from,
There's definitely blood on the sack.
There's certainly blood.
So it's like, so it's not just a sack, it's a blood-stained sack. So I
Yeah,
think
there's
we can all pretty much
Definitely a
guess.
smear of blood on the wood floor, and yeah.
Is everything okay?
I think I'm going to find out if I'm not back within.
The cap.
Yeah. It's,
Don't worry, we'll go on without you if you're not back.
Thank you.
We'll follow you to the gate if there's any issues. We'll be right there.
All right. Let's go meet
Style.
Thomas.
So, you walk out to the gate. The captain of the guard looks at you as you arrive. I'm not letting him in here. I want you to know that. His armor glows like fire. I'm not going to let a threat like that in here. If you want to speak to him, you can speak to him from the top of the gate or out there.
I'll
Sure.
meet him out.
You're sure?
Well, the worst thing he can do is kill me, and I'm not necessarily sure he would, so I'm gonna throw the dice.
I thought for a second you were going to say something like, I'm already dead inside.
I'm
This
not
was-
that edgy.
Edge
Is this
Lord.
something you wish to do with backup, or would you rather do it alone?
Well, just keep an ear out. I don't want him to feel like this is a fight, because I don't think he's coming on fighting terms.
The message that you have received, is that good?
I'm going to pass the satchel to Tozen for him to look.
Ah, your father is a man of few words, but effective ones.
What's in the
Is it-
bag? Oh my god.
I would have like tried to close the bag before you could get there, but I'm not very dexterous. so
What's
you
in the
probably would've
box?
gotten-
What's in the box?
What's in the safe?
It's in the
Uh,
box.
Yeah, so I will keep hold of his message.
Mm,
Go out there, and if there is any sign of trouble, call for us.
Alright, and with that, Roland would proceed to go out of the gate.
Okay.
So there's somewhere like the top of the wall of the gatehouse where we can watch.
Yeah, but maybe it's like invasion of privacy if we're just like staring over down at the conversation from the top of the wall.
Bef-
Fair enough.
before you go out the gate, Rain walks up to you, puts a hand on your shoulder. I'll be up top. I'll be ready with the counterspell if need be. But don't
That's
worry, I won't be seen. And she heads up a set of steps and kind of crouches up on the walkway above, out of sight.
I can roll stealth for her if you want.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, she's pretty stealthy.
That's
I haven't even seen her yet this game.
Yeah, she's just like
Right.
for the
Stop
first time in the
rolling
game,
dex
she's made a
stuff. Why do you roll well when it doesn't matter?
That's just D&D. Hold
Yeah.
on, that's just
Yeah.
D&D.
She's
Yeah,
climbing up the
Dice
steps,
gods.
and you guys are all kind of looking up after her as she walks, like, damn. And then she slips and falls. She gets to the top. Sorry.
No, she doesn't whisper it. She says like, "Sorry, sorry, sorry."
So, she gives the order. The guard gives the order. And the gate opens up just enough for you to get out. You walk through with one last glance to your friends, and the gate closes behind you. About 30 feet away is Thomas, sitting atop a black horse, of course.
Of course, of course.
He looks at you, with his helm off, gets down from his horse, and walks up to you about 15 feet away. Son,
Father, I've received your message.
good. You left without me. You offer me this morsel of hope. Then you leave.
We had an opportunity, and I know whether your answer would be forthcoming or not, and it was either seize it then or gamble for either you to give a positive answer or to hope that something else comes up. And I know you're strong and able to take care of yourself, and you'd be able to get away if you needed to.
I don't blame you, son. I would have made the same choice. But they think I've gone to bring you back. These gifts I've given you, those were the soldiers sent with me. I only have a small amount of time before they become suspicious. I failed the priestess once before. I've given up much for this.
I'm aware. But what we risk to gain is a lot better.
I assume they won't let me in the gates.
They will not. You are wearing armor that is kind of on fire.
Yeah, and as you look, it's that armor that you can see in the cracks in the dark there, the glowing magma peeking out beneath as he moves. Yes, it seems as if they've learned their mistakes. Learned from them, at least. When do we ride?
I'd have to reestablish some kind of itinerary the rest of the party. We have our fingers in a lot of pies right now. I'm not even sure where our issue stands, but I think they might be partially linked to something else that's going on. So might be able to take out two birds with a single stone.
Well, I'm not one to wait. Talk to your friends. If they would accompany us, then fine. But if not, then we should go.
I agree. It's a pressing matter of time, and we're getting less and less of that. So, I'll speak to them.
I'll camp down by the river.
I'll find you once I have their answer.
And with that, he just gets back on his horse, gives you a last look, and trots away towards the river.
With that, I roll in with approach the gate and request to be let back in.
The gate opens. As you peek up at the top of the gate, you can definitely see see Rain peeking over, trying to be stealthy. The gate opens and closes behind you. Your friends await on the other side.
Well, it would appear that he has acted, and I don't expect you all to come with me, but I have to go and deal with the quest that Miliki gave me. If it's a chance to save my mother's soul, I can't turn that down.
You understand? want to help me though.
Well, I would appreciate having your assistance. We can, if we could take on this challenge, we could in turn start working on some of the other issues that plague our party.
How long do you think it might take? Like, do you understand where you need to go?
We need to go into the strange forest. There was a slightly ulterior motive there, trying to get us to handle that task first. And
Okay.
I wasn't sure if Thomas would be coming with us at all. It actually makes it a fair bit easier. But we can take care of that. And get whoever wanted the sword and had the amulet off your back. And that only
Just-
leaves two things that we, other than the Colts, that we need to handle.
Just so you know, I'm not sure that it's going to be that easy. I don't know much about Faye, but
I heard a lot of stories from my mother that they're not necessarily bad. It's just that they have an abstract idea of the world that makes them foreign in a way that we can't comprehend. So if things start getting shifty, we may have to draw a blade.
well, so the sword I have may or may not talk.
Talk.
I see the look in your eyes. I promise I'm not crazy.
I'm not gonna
Hey.
judge. This pick lets me see with my eyes closed. Like, I'm not. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so the sword tells me that whatever gave me the sword in the first place is coming for me, and that I have to get rid of him.
And to
Just
you
telling-
trust
I know.
your
No.
sword.
I
I see.
I don't trust any of this, really. I mean, the sword literally appeared out of a campfire back home. Appeared from nowhere. Didn't start speaking to me until all of this started happening. Yeah, I don't trust any of this. No. The best I can do is try and figure out what's happening and deal with it so it doesn't impact anyone else. But it's good that we can do two things at once.
Yes. And then, just my silver. Probably should go deal with the Lich also, because
Mm-hmm.
we left him waiting for a little bit, and he may be
Yes.
eternal, but I think he can kill me in a single go, and I don't want that.
I don't think any of us want that.
Death would indeed be somewhat unfortunate.
It would be anticlimactic.
Yeah.
So do we want to sleep for the night first, or is this something we do now?
Well,
Think-
now perhaps. Oh, pardon.
I think because Thomas is already here, if he doesn't return by the morning to the cult, they're going to assume he either lost or something else, and they'll only send more to the barge ride. So we need to not be here.
Short rest, maybe?
If they are going to return soon, Perhaps we should focus on putting distance between this place and ourselves.
Okay. Never take short rests.
I'm positive we can get some kind of downtime in. But I, however, am going to be waiting by the river with my father, just so
could-
that I can
could all
stay his
do
hand for a little bit, so he does. Oh, yeah, we probably could all go now by the river.
Nothing's stopping us. And it means that if anyone does come looking for us, then we're not in the way where any civilians are.
Impressive artwork from scratch that
True.
will blow people's minds.
Sounds like a plan then.
Okay.
Let it be so, then.
Should probably leave a note for Galina. Just to say that hopefully I'll be back. I'm gonna find a writing instrument of some kind and write a note in my mother tongue to her, just saying that I'm gonna go and deal with the forest as best I can. I will be back as soon as possible. I'm
Okay.
gonna slip it under her door.
Okay. 1 second.
Don't worry, I can take care of the music if you want.
I think. There we go.
Yep.
Okay. So you
Probably
write
not
your.
really inspiring music.
So you let out. You write your note. Put it under the door. And what's the plan? I'm sorry. Are you guys doing a short rest, a long rest?
We're going to meet Thomas.
And then try to get in a short rest.
Yeah. Because everyone is nice and doing me a solid.
Okay.
Except there are
So-
apparently ulterior motives.
So remember, if you forego a long rest,
We'll get
there,
exhausted.
there are consequences to that.
Oh yeah.
So we might need to have a long
Didn't-
rest.
How long did it take us to get from the where we were, where we rescued him, to here?
Pretty much all day. She got here at like 10 o'clock at
Okay.
night.
Okay.
Okay, so plan is, I guess, meet Thomas by the river, set up camp, try and get a long rest. Hope we're not killed in our sleep.
That sounds about right, yes.
Okay. Chai, is there anything you wanted to do?
No, she doesn't want to risk waking up her dad or finding her dad in a compromising
Compromising position.
Oh, that's a funny name of a lady.
Oh gosh.
Tip!
Well, maybe it's the position itself that's compromising. You never know.
So, okay.
Yeah, she still has her sending stones too, so she'll try to talk to her dad in the morning.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I was going to say you could leave a note, but you don't need to. You have fancy stones.
Okay. So, you guys gather your gear, and you guys leave the barge right through the front gate, and make your way down to the river. You find your father, Roland. He has a campfire going. It's a little strange. You find him armor off, his horse picketed, tent up, bedroll out. He looks kind of normal. How you remember him growing up. There still is that hard look to his face that you don't remember from when he was growing up. He sees you coming and he stands up and grabs his sword. I see you've come with your friends.
Yes.
What is your decision?
They will assist us. Our goals overlap currently, but we should probably at least stay for the night so we're not going into unfamiliar woods in complete darkness. And on top of that, we're still physically exhausted from our time indentured.
Yes. I imagine so. Alright then. We leave at first light. He puts his sword away. Better catch some sleep. Something tells me this is going to be taxing.
Is someone brushing their teeth?
What?
That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
I'm pretty sure every now and then they brush.
That was Thomas. He's like,
Brushing his teeth in the river.
all right, better get some sleep.
Into the fire.
He's got his mirror out. He's got his tweezers. He's plucking his eyebrow. Better get some sleep. This is gonna be tough.
Just doing some
I don't like
manscaping.
this anymore.
As he pulls on his fleece robe, ties his belt, slips his
Wearing bunny slippers.
slips his feet into his slippers, and shuffles off to bed.
And
The thing is, though, his bunny slippers are recently killed rabbits.
Actual
Right.
rabbits.
He just slips his feet into the back.
That's nasty. Sorry, Sasha.
Guys, do remember that everything you're doing right now, you're not the only ones who have to experience that.
Is it bad that it wasn't the fact that you're sliding your foot into a rabbit that freaked me out, but the idea of a wet shoe that freaked me out?
Yeah, right.
Oh no,
A wet shoe. That is the worst. Nothing's worse than a wet sock.
So
It's
you
like-
just, it's easy because you
I
don't
can
want to
think
have
of
your
so
foot in
much
contact.
worse.
I don't know. It's right below
Because you don't
Nazism.
want your foot in contact directly with that sort of thing.
It's like-
You just wear your sock into.
But then
the
you have
slipper.
bloody socks.
Yeah. Well, it's like when you wear a sock and you step into a little pool of water or something accidentally. It's
One of
just
those
terrible.
things. So,
So-
mundane. but
so disheartening.
annoying.
Disheartening. You
Oh
break.
my
Well, now it's just wet for the whole day.
Yep.
Great. My day is ruined.
All right. So you guys set up your own bedrolls down by the river, and I assume you go to sleep.
Did we want to take watches? I feel like we should.
I'll take a watch.
Okay.
I'll take second watch. Actually, no, maybe it would be best if I took first watch. What with the night vision and everything.
Okay.
As you do.
Just putting it out there.
So Elizabeth, go ahead and do a perception check for me, please. Okay. And go ahead and switch over to the private channel for a sec.
Ah, fuck.
Alright, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Sasha, wherever you're at in this recording, if you listen, this is the part where you should probably fast forward 5 minutes or so.
We'll try and leave a timestamp.
Yeah, I'm terrible at that. Alright, so hold
Yeah.
on 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, you there? Okay, sorry.
Do you whistling in the background?
Oh yeah. Is there no music?
Mm-mm.
Come
No.
on.
Stop. Don't play ominous music, because then they'll know ominous things.
Oh, you know why? It's because
it's in that chat.
it's on the
yeah.
other chat.
That's fine.
All right, so you get out. Everyone starts sleeping. Snores and whatnot ring out across the night, and you're standing by, looking out over the Deserin River as it flows by. Then you hear a voice. The voice you've come to know as belonging to your sword, Elrokul. Child, are you listening?
It's a bit hard not to listen when you're inside my head, but yes.
Yes, I imagine so. I haven't spoken to you for some time. It didn't seem like you were receptive before, but now the time is near. It's more important than ever that you hear me.
I do.
I sense you'll be going into the forest soon.
That's the plan.
You must be careful, wary. He is there. Somewhere I can feel it. He will deceive you, as he did me so long ago.
How do I know what he'll even look like?
Well, you've seen him before.
What if he shows up as something else? Is there any way I'll know that it's him?
He will make himself known. You will know him as you did last time. He does take forms, but normally he likes to take the form of a centaur, those who worship him. He is a warrior, a great warrior. You must take him by surprise, or you will be lost, and everything will be for nothing. You must kill him. He is a blight upon the universe, and he will destroy much.
Okay,
Do you hear me? This is important, child.
I do.
You will get only one chance. You plunge me into a side, I will do the rest. I and you will be free.
Do you know what he wants? Does he want to kill me? Does he want to enslave me?
To use you like he did me so long ago. He would use you, make you his pawn, his tool to be thrown away whenever he chooses. He seems benign, maybe even benevolent, but it is all a ruse, a facade.
What is his name? Does he have one?
His name is Scarret. He is a Fey king. He is part of this. He is an outcast from the Summer Court. He was once a great friend, a brother to me, but he betrayed me and turned me into what I am today. Much rides on this. Perhaps even your brother's life.
Okay.
You will know when the time is right. You will hear me speak. Do not falter. Do not fail. Do not hesitate. Act upon instinct. You are a mighty warrior. You have grown strong. And you will grow stronger still. I can see it.
At the moment, I just want to. I want to stop having things around that have a hold over me that I don't understand.
That's good.
Do I tell the others?
No. I counsel you against it. You don't know what their reaction will be. You need to act on your will and your will alone. Not worry about what others may think.
Okay.
Listen for my voice, you will hear me. I go. And with that, he fades off, and you don't hear anything else.
Oh,
Alright, we can go back.
okay.
The tomboy warrior princess who sneaks away from the castle and things like that because she doesn't fit in the gender role of the princess.
Are we talking about archetypes?
Oh, sorry, I hadn't noticed that you guys were back. Yeah, I was asking a question about tropes, like overused tropes that you can't help but like.
Oh yeah, so the one's like, I'm not a princess, I am a warrior princess of darkness.
The paladin. The paladin that breaks his oath.
Oh yeah, I like
Yeah.
that one.
I like
Dude.
it too much.
Dude, tropes what make the fantasy world go round.
Yeah.
You can't avoid them.
The adventurer with daddy issues.
Dude,
I try to avoid that one. Hold on.
I've never encountered that.
Every
I don't
person-
think any of us really have that problem.
everyone in this adventure. Alright, so
Everyone.
Tozen.
Sorry, yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Tozen, go ahead and do your second watch to your perception check.
What? I don't get a private chat.
Maybe you
Damn,
do.
this is some bullshit.
Not yet.
Ooh.
Oh, bam!
So you spend your time keeping your eyes open. You see flora and fauna of the night, but your watch passes without incident.
I feel ripped off. Let's continue.
Well, you didn't get the natural 20. That might have given you the private chat.
So you just need yeah. So morning comes. Thomas wakes up before then, starts getting his gear together. And he starts, wake up. First light soon.
What?
We have to travel.
It is bright. Okay.
Well, it isn't bright yet. At first light is soon.
Oh no, it's very bright for me.
Ah, fair enough.
You hear the crows, the distant crows of roosters and from the barge right in Momford, breaking the still morning air.
Okay.
Chai will pull out her sending stone. Let's see. Her dad do. What's in the morning messages?
Give me 1 second while this thing is looking. Dale, can you connect and reconnect like you did that last time? Looks like you have to do that every time.
Yeah, well, I don't really have the permission necessary, so you'll have to disconnect it and I'll do the rest.
Okay. Bonk. Except I don't know how to spell disconnect. There you go.
I should have
Perfect.
muted the bot spam chat. turning. Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop.
Bloop, 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 bloop. All right, so
Actually, I'll do that right now. That's a good idea.
What is that? Why is there a half horse? That's so weird.
classic half horse.
Oh,
It's the
God.
opposite of a centaur.
0.5
That looks
horsepower.
like a long exposure shot that, you know,
Yeah.
or a failed panorama shot. You know, those weird things with the camera that you're supposed to turn.
Oh, it's a rooster horse. I don't know how I feel about
Google animals without necks.
it. Oh, I'll make it. Okay.
All right, this is what you get, Brett.
What is that?
Sorry.
Okay, I'll give my response.
And you realize that you've gone probably a couple days without corresponding.
Well, he could have called too.
He didn't want to bother us, you know, we're busy people.
So by the time first light comes around, you guys are packed and ready to go. Armor on, weapons clean, sharp. Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
I believe so.
All right. Let's go. And he starts riding off along the river towards the large oak tree, the giant tree. So you have a horse, Roland. Is everyone else going to take the cart?
No, I thought we.
Or did you grab horses?
Where are our
We
horses?
didn't really say, did we?
No.
I thought we specified that we were going to leave the cart here.
You did. Yeah, that's part of the
I
reason
would've
why coming.
we would have taken our horses, but I don't remember if we actually brought them to Barge, right? I have no idea what we did with those.
I think they're in Red Larch.
Yes, because we left Sergey and Red Larch. Okay. Well, we didn't specify we took the cart, but we know how long the journey is there, don't we? It's like a couple of hours.
I mean, if the trees are very tied together, we might not even be able to go with a horse at all. So we might as
No,
well
it's
just
more
go on
just
foot, I
to
think.
it's more just to get to the edge of the forest. How far would that be?
It's about 8 miles.
That means
Yeah, it's
absolutely
gonna cross
nothing
the
to me.
So like a couple hours.
I think knowing that, we probably would have taken the cart just to the edge of it at least. If you don't want us to wreck
Sure.
on that, it's fine. We'll walk.
So Thomas basically explains that he will ride as scout. He'll ride up ahead while you walk.
And I don't want to hear about Sergei's abandonment issues.
So after a couple hours of travel, walking, eventually you catch back up with Thomas at the edge of the forest. His horse is picketed. And you stand at the base of the forest here. At the edge, as you look into this forest, the trees rise to great heights. The trees are very tight. It would be very difficult for a horse to make more headway than you would on foot, because it's not just trees. You're looking in and you see ferns, shrubs, and very little light passes through the canopy. Everything's so tight in there. You see mushrooms and moss growing on trees and rocks. There's no resemblance or evidence that this part of this landscape was ever a prairie land fit for sheep.
Right?
Sorry I let this get so bad.
Well, let us not let it get any worse. We should go.
Let's finish what I started. For once. I guess we start trying to move through stealthily.
You do.
If we travel
I
stealthily,
can help with
doesn't
that.
that mean we travel at like half speed?
Oh yeah.
I can help with that though.
How so?
Pass without a trace? Jesus. I knew it.
It's a great thing.
That's pretty good for this actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
come
do we
on.
want stealth or maybe not to start off with, because otherwise it might take us a whole day to actually get through here.
Yep.
Give me 1 second.
I think what you could do is add a song to the queue and then use skip.
Okay. Yeah, that would make sense.
But we can do that like next time.
Yeah, I'll
I
figure
don't
it
know
out.
what song you were trying to play.
I got it here. Give me 1 second, guys.
How dare you try to make the game better?
Could we take a quick break?
Yes.
Thank you.
Small, though. Very small. 2 minutes.
Alright. Right.
2
Run
minutes!
here and run back.
You hear that music?
Please
That's
switch.
2-minute music.
Don't get your knickers in a twist. I'll be back soon.
Alright. Oh, creepy trees.
It is. Why?
That looks hot. Like temperature hot. Rather warm. Dude, when I was a kid, I loved Clippy.
Yeah.
Dude, I was always like trying to make him do tricks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was my version of video games for a while.
Hey, I have another image that looks hot, like temperature-wise.
Oh, come
The
on.
forest looks.
It is a
terrible.
large forest.
Yeah, I mean, that's hardwood.
Oh god.
I'm sorry. You know I had to do it. But yeah, thanks for removing it. If you hadn't done it, I would have.
The Kurt is strong with this one.
Honestly, that picture of the horse in leather suit is just.
Yeah. That's
There we go. Doop. Doop. Yeah, I hate Clippy too. Get out of here, Clippy. You too, hippo.
It's a zebra.
I do like the unicorn though.
Oh, you meant the
What are you doing? Get rid of my hippo.
What? Oh,
What
she's
that
back.
Creepy wood thing gets to say.
She's back.
Oh, she's back.
All right, guys. Are you ready to move into the forest?
No. That's my reaction to the hippo.
oh wow.
Because you missed what we had earlier.
Dude, he's stacked. He's giving me a thumbs up. He appreciates it. trees. Trees are great, guys.
If you Google obscene tree pictures, there's actually a lot of really.
Wait.
No.
Alright, we can keep going.
And that wraps it up for the session today, guys. We've got
Okay,
about
so
an
that
hour
dog-
left.
That monstrosity is okay, but my hippo is
We've
not.
got an hour left of posting memes. It's meme time. Meme break.
I'm sorry. We're still...
Kurt, why would you direct me towards this?
All right, so you guys start moving into. Do you cast Pass Without a Trace, Janik, or no?
Are we moving off? We are moving off the trail.
There is no trail.
Yeah.
Well, the road. I mean, we took Cairn Road, right, up to a certain point.
No, I think we just followed the river.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just
But
went.
yeah, as soon as we leave the river and head in, then I think would be a good time
Okay.
to cast.
So what's your plan? Like, moving into this forest, do you have a goal? Are you moving towards anything in particular? Are you just walking aimlessly? What's the goal for you guys?
I guess the oak
the
tree.
big tree, I thought?
No. The fuck
Okay.
off great big one that says quest goal here.
The fuck off great big one.
Mhm.
Yeah. Very descriptive.
Okay.
I'm an English student, you know.
So everyone go ahead and,
with upskirts.
if you're trying to be stealthy, everyone go ahead and roll stealth checks, please.
I think. Didn't we say we weren't going to? Because it'll take too long to get there.
Because stealth makes us move at half speed, right?
Unless you're doing this,
Ah.
pass without trace. If you don't to slow down.
Okay, Dale, you should be able to get rain stuff.
I mean, I would
No.
like to move stealthily.
Alright then, if we
moving
can move
stealthily
stealthily
is,
at real speed.
It's a hope when you're in heavy armor. An ideal.
Hey, you know,
It's a
it's
goal.
a, it's a straight roll for you, buddy. Not a straight roll.
What
It's
did
I'm
you
sorry,
say
plus
when
10.
We move at regular speed with stealthing. That's pretty true.
Oh, okay.
23, buddy. Nice.
I don't know, maybe I missed it.
That's not bad.
29.
I think that.
14!
Oh my gosh.
Oh! Oh.
Roland's making you guys like the worst. He's beating you guys so hard.
And that second one is for rain, I should specify.
Yeah, I was gonna assume you didn't have the +6.
Safe
Plus
assumption.
11?
Holy mac! Is that? Oh, is that because of bardic?
Yeah.
Yeah, expertise is silly.
Expertise. Yeah.
Yep.
God is...
Altogether, though, you guys definitely passed it.
Janet
Okay.
just straight up disappears into the boughs of the tree.
He is the tree.
I am the forest.
You just hear him from behind, like, hey. You just hear him from different places.
Hey, pull my
Wind
branch.
through the tree.
You've adopted. You.
We just have crop dusting around us, but we have no idea where it's coming from.
Oh,
You've
God.
merely adopted the night. I was born in it.
Check out this log.
I was born in it. All right, so
Oh yeah!
Your ally. I was born in it.
I miss you guys.
you guys start moving through the forest. And deeper you go. The paths are tight between trees, and when you're not moving between trees, you're walking through ferns and brushing up against mushrooms, knocking off moss. Sometimes as you do so, you'll notice that the moss like falls off and like almost like I don't want to say glitter, but like sparkly dust fluffs into the air. And
I'm gonna cover my mouth slightly just in case.
sure, as you continue to move in, you almost think your eyes play tricks on you as you see out of the corner of your eye darting movements, or a flash of light here, a flash of light there. Every once in a while you'll come to a clearing where there's maybe a little bit of sunlight that reaches through, but mostly it's very dim. as minimum sunlight filters through the tree canopy down below. So you take your time moving through. In about, say, 2 hours of travel, you make it about 4 miles tops. Do a survival. Someone do a survival check.
I can take care of that if you guys want.
Wait, hold on.
Sure.
I think I'm actually proficient in this.
Because you're having trouble to move through this forest. You can't really necessarily see the big tree from down below in the canopy, below the canopy,
Oh, we could
You
climb.
can't see the tree from the forests.
from the forest floor. Because the
Or from the,
you can see lots of trees, but not the tree you're trying to aim for
Usually you can't see the forest because of the trees.
because of the trees.
So
Hold on,
Gordon,
don't
did
roll
you
it.
wanna-
Don't roll. Whoever's gonna roll it. Who's rolling?
I'll roll it. Ah, shit. Oh, there he goes.
I was trying to give you bardic inspiration.
Oh, well, you
Still can.
I think you
Oh, okay. Then you have D8.
did.
ooh,
Janrik tells a joke. Strum's a liar.
Actually, I don't
Don't
think
roll
he's
one.
intelligent enough for that. I think he just farts.
He juggles. Yeah. He plays the Star Spangled Banner with his armpit.
That's much
So
better
that's
than
a
a 1.
16 total.
Yeah. So with that kind of a check at this point, yeah, you're able to still kind of get your bearings and know your general direction and direct the group forward in the correct direction. So you keep walking in that direction. And as you're walking, suddenly you hear like a great crashing noise coming your direction. Your
Like
twigs,
tree?
twigs, branches breaking. Like perhaps a large creature, and you don't see it yet, but it's getting closer.
I'm gonna try and hide behind a tree that's not. Yeah, we're all surrounded by trees. Never mind.
It's true.
There's no hiding. What?
Yeah. Her,
Popsicles?
what's his name? Herbert
Yeah, Herbert.
crashes through the trees. No, Chris,
Hi,
Chris,
stop it.
Chris.
or like the Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Burst into the trees. Oh yeah.
oh yeah. So, but no. So as you
Memes again. I'm so proud.
Elizabeth, to go ahead and roll a stealth check. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm gonna look around this.
Draw my sword.
Okay.
See
Damn
the
it,
source
why
of
is-
this.
A 16 again.
Yeah.
I've got my sword drawn and I'm just kind of standing there.
So do a perception check, Brett. Sorry, Chaya.
Can I also make a perception check?
Yeah,
Or did I
absolutely.
skip it too?
Mhm. So Tozen, you ready your sword, looking around. You hear the sound of something large crashing towards you, but you can't see it. Chaya, as you peer through the brush, you catch these flickers of movement, and you see basically a huge rack of antlers like coming towards you. And right after you see it, this huge elk like jumps and crashes through this big bunch of like branches between these two trees and lands before you. And then in a split second, you see like a giant elk, like probably twice the size of a normal elk. And then in that flash, it moves out of your field of view, crashing away through the forest. But in its place, very close behind, you see some type of like wild cat. It doesn't seem to pay you any mind. It also is very large. going crashing after this creature, smashing through the forest after this creature, and you listen as the sounds of pursuit fade away into the forest, leaving you in quiet contemplation of the creatures you just saw.
That was. We had been told that the animals here were larger, but to see it in action.
Everyone okay?
Rattled, but otherwise unhurt.
It was a big one.
Yeah.
That would be indeed one way to say it. Yes.
Should we carry on going and hope that we don't come across them again?
If that was an elf, I would be concerned to see bear.
Me too.
So you,
Keep a sharp eye out.
so you guys continue moving. Tozen, why don't you... Oh, no, you just did a check. So you guys keep moving through
Yep.
the forest. Tozen in the lead, keeping you on the straight and narrow. As you move deeper into the forest, you start seeing fungi and mushroom that glow with a pearlescent light high up in the trees. Eventually, after traveling for 4 or 5 hours, you come to... You see light up ahead. It seems like it's the edge. It looks like almost the edge of a clearing. As you move closer to it and reach the edge, you see sunlight breaking through. And you see like the massive trunk of a tree stretching off in each direction. You've never seen anything like it. It's ginormous. I assume almost everyone here has played Skyrim. There's that giant underground tree level where you get there's a sweet blade you can get there. I forget which one it is.
Oh. Yeah.
You either like choose to fight the tree or not. If you don't, like it'll give you that sweet knife. Anyways, it's huge.
Skyrim underground tree.
I do remember this.
The Elder Gleam tree.
That's it.
That is a pretty big tree, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
snap, that is pretty big.
But I think this one's even bigger.
Yeah, I thought that. That was
Yeah,
in my head.
the
it's
elder
just-
gleams that I'm seeing here, it's not that big.
Right. But that's the kind of forest you're walking through, but thicker.
Okay.
Okay.
Just for a frame of reference. Yeah, the Elder Green, this is a huge tree, like ginormous. Ooh, does anyone watch shoot, what's that Netflix anime show?
The
The Seven Deadly Sins. Anyone watch that?
I don't because
seen
but
the
it sounds
trailer
like it
for
could
it.
be my kind
I've
of
been
thing.
recommended it.
It's really kind of weird and sexual at times, but it's I like it.
That's Japan for you.
Anime.
Yeah, it's anime, yeah. But there's a huge tree in that one. I'd say it's similar to that giant tree in that show.
Oh, okay. I have a picture of that one. That's pretty impressive.
That's a big tree. Alright.
Images.
Oh, it's pink.
It's ginormous. So something similar to that, but a little more close in and Fey. Anyways,
Okay.
Or
so
pink.
Very
as you look out, you see two figures standing at the base of the tree, speaking to one another.
Like human-sized figures, or
Yes. Elizabeta, you recognize one,
Hmm.
and Roland, you recognize the other. What you guys see is basically a what looks like an elven female, but not quite elven. She's got auburn hair falling, very long auburn hair falling about her shoulders, ethereal beauty, wearing like an emerald gown, like a dress. It seems very organic. She's got sticks and leaves in her hair, but not in a way that makes her look disheveled, but adds to her beauty and gives her a very natural look. The other character is a centaur, and he's carrying a very large spear. The centaur is larger than a normal centaur would be, at least twice the size. Well muscled, looks like he's built and bred for war, and they're speaking together in the clearing.
And how far away are we right now?
From them, maybe 50 yards. It's maybe 100 yards total to the base of the tree.
That I recognize the redhead woman. Does anyone know the centaur?
I
He is
do.
fairly big.
I do.
Oh. From your adventures?
Mhm.
Are you on good terms?
Oh no, I stole from him and then disappeared. So let's say not.
Oh, okay. Alright, well this is gonna be fun.
I tried to give it back. It's not my fault.
well, perhaps now is a good time to do more than try.
What did you take from him?
The necklace I told you about.
Oh, okay, that's him. Wonderful.
Mm-hmm. I did
Hmm.
say he'd be here.
Alright, well, the woman is my god.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I have
Yeah.
never met a god before.
That is the Supreme Ranger, First Queen, Maliki.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was going to be like your mother or something. Didn't think
Oh,
you were
no.
going to say it was a goddess descended down into the mortal realm, but okay.
Perhaps then we should avoid open conflict.
Huh, conflict against a god. You wouldn't win anyway. I'm just gonna lay down if that happens.
I was
I
going
wouldn't
to.
know. I have never tried before to kill a god.
I don't think sneaking up on a deity is going to go especially well either. That would
No,
be
I
a
just,
fool's errand.
she's a deity of the trees as well, so she probably already knows we're here.
She
Yeah.
might even be hearing us at the moment.
It might actually
Probably.
just beat us down with a tree. Like,
Yeah. Or just grow a tree on top of us and just
So that's
those ways.
Thomas looks at you, Roland. So you have met her. She
Father.
she never revealed herself to me in all my time serving her.
I know there's some painful history here, but I think it would be wise if we showed reverence.
Oh,
It's
do
not-
you?
I don't think now is the time for grievances.
We shall see. Are we gonna stand here all day?
No, we should approach. Stow any weapons you have. I don't want them to think us any kind of threat, albeit we wouldn't be. And
Right then.
Okay.
with that, Roland would take the lead and begin approaching.
Chaya will follow.
Yes, let us be the very souls of Collectance.
I'll be towards the back.
As you step out from the ring of trees across the clearing, both individuals look up, see you, and turn, and watch your approach silently. As you look up above you, you see the filtering streams of golden sunlight peeking through as sunbeams strike the earth. In those places, you see grass growing. As the sun moves above, as the clouds move above and change the pattern of sunlight, and the beams move along the ground, you see the flowers will grow, grass will grow green, and then recede back into the earth. You see motes of pearlescent light floating above, giving this place a very ethereal glow and feel. Ah, the Son and the Father. How did you manage that, dear Roland?
I told them of what was at stake and what could be rewarded.
And your friends? They are with you as well?
They're here not just to help me, but they have a personal stake in this as well.
That is good. I think you'll need them. It seems my companion here has issue with your group as well. This is a marvelous place. I don't know if I've ever been in a forest like it. On this plane of existence, anyway. Lord Scarrett, would you speak to the one that you have business with? The centaur sidles over a little bit, peeks over, cocks his head to one side.
I'm gonna hide behind Tozen.
Why do you hide, child?
Yeah, I'm not moving.
Going to be completely honest, I regret my decisions and you terrify me.
Honesty. Surprising. And maybe,
Step out from behind him.
and maybe not. I sensed the wildness in you. In fact, I would be more surprised if it wasn't there. He slowly walks towards you. He towers above you as he gets close.
Like, where does the top of my head come up to on him?
Like the breastbone of his hoarseness.
Oh my god.
Maybe a bit lower since at the moment you're cowering behind me, as I understand it. Yeah, I'm kind of just looking up at that.
Okay.
He leans down, plants his spear butt into the grass. Chaotic, it's part of who you are. It's part of your blood. I shouldn't be surprised by your actions, I suppose. You know little, and you act upon instinct.
Yes, about the long and the short of it.
He gives you a long, appraising look, turns around, walks back, looks over his shoulder at Miliki. I have business with that one when you are through with them. Bring them back here when you are done. And with that, he backs away further towards the tree and watches you silently, Elizabeta.
Do I get any... do I get anything from how he spoke to me, his expression? Does he look like he wants to kill me?
Roll an insight check.
Don't worry. If he has to kill you, he has to kill me first. So that means you have
Oh,
at
yeah.
least one round, probably.
Yeah, no, he'll just spear through the both of us.
Oh, right. He could just do that.
Yeah.
As he spoke to you, you saw like a conflicting set of emotions cross his face, though mostly stoic. His features, Fey, are not not the normal features of a human, or even an elf, though that they're similar. You saw amusement flash in his eyes. You saw anger. And for a split second, you saw betrayal as well.
Oh, God. Okay.
Like he felt, perhaps, betrayed.
Okay.
Miliki turns and walks to you and Thomas. This creature I sent you to do battle with, it is fearsome. And for some reason I am not privy to, I cannot reach its lair. I can take you to the mouth of it, but no further. I cannot guarantee you will live through the encounter. You all should know that as well. She turns and looks at the rest of you. If you choose to go, it will be dangerous.
I have no difficulty fighting against difficult foes, but I would appreciate if you could enlighten us as to what exactly it is that you wish us to defeat.
Have you ever encountered a Merilith?
Have I?
Yes. I speak to you.
Oh no, I mean I'm asking you, Brad.
Oh.
As the DM.
I see.
If I,
No.
During my long times as a soldier,
I doubt it.
I've encountered a merit. But I do not believe so. No.
They are fiends. Demon captains of the Nine Hells. They lead demon troops, command legions. They are fast, strong. They appear as though a woman with a woman's body and a serpent's lower half. They present quite the challenge. Are you ready to meet it, Thomas? Or you shook your duty on this one as well? Thomas shows 2 or 3 inches of his blade. It looks like he's having a hard time restraining himself. We shall see, won't we? Send us, or me, or whoever will come. When I return, we will have words. Yes, I suppose we shall. The rest of you, are you ready? We should not tarry. Tarry.
So, ready as I'll ever be.
Aye.
I'm ready.
Gather hands then.
Does she mean like literally linking hands?
Oh yeah, link up, guys. Voltron.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna just.
Does anyone want to try to avoid being with Gendrick?
No, hold his fucking hand.
Like you want to hold his hand, so you know where it's at.
Shit, where is he though? Oh no,
I'm
he's
actually-
on the tree.
Yeah, Janrik never even.
I want to take his other hand just in case I don't want him to hold Thomas's hand.
Yeah.
I don't know how that'd go.
Janrik's like underneath the centaur, like he just keeps moving when he moves, so he can't see him.
Readying shocking grasp.
Right.
Well, he's got a large surface to his apparently, so this guy is
God.
twice as big.
So
The ultimate challenge. Can I bull shock a centaur?
Can I
So-
shock some sort of otherworldly?
You realize I am here.
yeah, we decided we're playing Janrik from now on, Kurt.
Except only Sai comes back. She was the centaur's.
So you guys
Oh,
link.
my.
You guys link hands.
Yeah.
And Maliki walks up to you, Chip. Her visage softens. Good luck, Roland.
Thank you.
With all these side quests, we're gonna be like 25, level 25.
All the
this
levels,
campaign.
and you guys,
Just like Skyrim.
you guys feel the essence of reality just seems to tear, and you plummet through blackness and cold. Could have been for a day, could have been for a minute, you don't know, but with a sudden stop, you find yourself at the exterior of a cave. The rock before you is gray. It's night out, and rain is pouring around you. Maliki is there. The rain doesn't seem to touch her or mar her ethereal beauty. It's only a short walk. But she is down there. Go. Save your mother and your wife. Bring her back to me. I will restore her. Bring the other souls as well that she has stolen. Do not leave them behind. And with that, she steps to the side and holds her hand out towards the cave opening.
I suppose will be wanting to lead the charge.
You hear the ring of steel as Thomas pulls his sword out.
Are we going to try and be quiet, or?
If we are able to. Is this creature expecting us? I say, turning towards the literal goddess.
I
It
don't-
struck me as I was saying.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if she knew you were coming.
Worth a shot?
You
To
know
certain-
what else is worth a shot? You know, you being a goddess and all,
Oh no.
and us just being mere mortals. Is there nothing you can do to help us out?
I certainly,
mean,
I would
a
if I could.
token. You're a goddess.
Maybe her magic doesn't work where the Nine Hells people roam about. We don't know.
Okay. I see how it is. I mean, you're a goddess, but you're not like a goddess. I got it.
Oh my goodness!
She
I mean-
squats.
I mean,
She squats down and looks at you. Oh, you are impertinent.
Well, thank you.
I'm gonna start like
Tread lightly, small one.
I'm gonna like kick him towards the cave entrance.
A swift kick to the arse.
Oh
I
yeah.
think he used those.
Enough of this talk. Let's go. Thomas starts walking towards the cave.
Roland follows behind.
Janeric mimics him. Enough of this talk. Let's go.
Oh my god.
I'll flame your chest and shit.
So you move into the cave and you start descending down a path.
Can we do so quietly?
Sure. Yeah, everyone go ahead and roll stealth checks.
Stealth. Is the pass without a trace still active?
No.
30. 30. Stop it.
That's what happened.
So I get that's a
Oh,
11.
it's not a natural one. It's fine.
Woo.
There are no such things as crits on this. This is the equivalent of a person with no modifier getting a natural one.
Mm.
Has everyone rolled? Can you roll
Sup, y'all?
for...
Nope.
Speaking of crit,
Okay.
Sir, what? Serena Rain.
I think we did know her name is Serena. Right.
It's
at the
because she
beginning.
always rolls as either Sasha or
Rain.
whatever her username is. She doesn't even switch to character sheets.
So, you guys are moving down, but not as quietly as you would hope.
Hey, me and Janrick
because-
tried really hard. And Rain
It's
tried really
because of-
hard.
Are you guys in the? Are you walking in the same group, or have you distanced yourself somehow?
Well, we wouldn't. Yeah,
No, I'm not.
I don't think so.
Well,
You-
the Thomas
you can.
by the way.
You can.
The group that fucks up together stays together.
Janrick once again has disappeared. Like no one knows where
Oh
he is.
yeah.
Thomas got a
We hear the
7.
occasional sound of farts, and nothing more.
And
Okay.
the sound like when you touch together the clamps of a battery, as if reminding us of what he could do.
Give me a second.
Just hear like little.
Whoa! What
Oh
was
my
that?
god!
What was that?
Sounds like a cow prod.
Taser. Taser. So you guys, eventually, as you descend down into this cave, the sound of rain diminishes and the drip of water grows more evident. It becomes colder as you descend. The cave is rocky, stalactites and stalagmites abound. After maybe a quarter mile's worth of walk, you see a blue glow echo out from an opening in at the end of this tunnel, and you can see that the chamber opens up. And further on, you can see a stone dais, multi-stepped stone dais with some type of glowing blue orb in some kind of a setting, like a metal stand in the center. You see the shadow of something moving near it. The body standing still, but you see the slow, methodical moving of maybe a tail or something flicking back and forth slowly. Come ahead, adventurers. Heroes. Who has she sent this time?
We can
This
stop
time?
sneaking at this point.
Did anyone hear that part?
I think she
Oh, yeah.
speaks Marshall tongue.
And so she you're not hearing this normally. It's
Our heads?
yeah, you're hearing it in your head. It's not an audible thing.
Oh my goodness, she looks so strange. What's happened to
We
her?
look tiny.
Yeah, as you get closer, this blue glow illuminates her, and you're able to see her a little bit better. She's basically this incredibly well-built woman from waist up. She's just jacked.
Bread.
Well, you
Oh,
know
yeah,
what?
we're so-
That's because Janrik, I didn't put you on here for some reason.
It's because of his third age. Doesn't
Did-
know he's here. And neither do we.
I put you guys on here
Henrik.
like early, and I still did it wrong. Hold on, let me find you, Janny. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to adjust your hit points and stuff
Oh yeah.
as usual.
Also, a good question. Are we supposed to look this small compared to the tiles?
Let me see here. That is a good question.
Because that would make the snake lady.
Oh yeah.
very
No, we
big
don't
indeed.
have a we don't have hope in fucking hell.
Bloop. No, you should be that big.
Okay.
I was
let's
wondering
see.
why my aura was suddenly twice as wide.
Oops.
I wouldn't complain, but
Oops.
Distances are tough, yeah.
Oops. Well, welcome to Princes of Apocalypse maps.
When nothing works how you want it to.
Well, just the sizes
Where-
are different.
where the lines are made up and the points don't matter.
Yeah. So, so the top half of her, she's just this jacked woman with green flowing hair. She has 6 arms and 6 scabbarded, sheathed long swords attached to her body in this elaborate leather harness. Her lower body from waist down is a powerful snake's body, green in color, and it just slowly is like moving back and forth. Which heroes has Maliki sent to their death now?
I don't think we got that ending.
Have you come for this? She reaches out one hand and puts it on the glowing orb. Inside, from this distance, you can see what seems to be swirls of white swirling around in this orb. And suddenly, one of these swirls of white pushes itself up against the glass, and you see just this quick flash of a face, a screaming face, and then it's gone. What is it you plan to do here?
Well, considering I've already taken the head before of a snake person, I figured I'd add to the collection.
You do have.
I plan on asking nicely for it.
And I'll kind of like turn towards Roland and say, like conversationally, all entirely ignoring the snake lady. You do have the top half. It would be a nice addition to have the bottom as well.
Just amalgamate a snake person corpse.
You seem like a very nice person. So I thought I would ask nicely.
Oh god. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I
We're just
think
aggravating her at this
I
point.
think you'll die first, small rat.
Doesn't like you mocking her speech. Good to know. Good to know.
Come, let us dance. All right, everyone, go ahead and roll initiative.
It takes 2 to do the tango.
I was waiting on this. Unfortunately, Tozen wasn't.
Oh god, neither was I.
If I initiative not go, then...
Did you highlight? Did you click on your token?
Oh, I see.
Janrik the Great is not so
I
great.
still get to go. Who turned it into Janrik the Great?
I was thinking that was probably you, but
No, really.
Right.
I swear. But I like it. If it's fitting.
You should have taken credit for it anyway.
Dun,
I mean,
dun, dun, dun.
what's great is it just kind of naturally happened. So
It was
thinking
just the
it's,
universe
Brad.
that decided.
Give me a
"This is
second.
wrong. Let me fix it."
exactly.
Oh, and I need to roll for rain, obviously.
Can I just
Except
say
I
this?
can't control rain now. Damn it.
this
Hey, well, I gotcha.
Like,
Give me one.
6-armed snake lady? That's fucking awesome.
Give me
Snake
one
lady.
second.
Snake lady.
This is some Dark Souls kind of stuff.
But we went through a glowing door, not one with white fog.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Every time I look at Tozen, I just think he's dabbing.
Dude, so hard. Uh-oh.
Dabbing on the haters and
There we
dabbing
go.
on the
Give me a
foes.
second.
Snake lady.
She needs to do initiative real quick.
Yeah, I'll
Snap
roll.
doesn't need to be initiative. Doesn't need to be
You know, just have her stand there while we pummel her.
Yeah. Have the bug out and just not move.
Alright, let me see here. Let me give you control here, young lad.
Yep, that would be nice. Thanks. Oh
There we
man, is
go.
she planning to fight us alone? The fool!
Yeah, I don't think she
Oh.
knows.
Absolute fool!
We'll need initiative for Thomas as well. Then.
Yes. Give me a second. I will do.
Come on, Thomas, don't
that's for
fucking
rain.
let us down.
Hey.
12.15.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
So-
She's the first
somehow-
one to roll. Oh no. Technically, Chaya also rolled a 13, so there are 2 members in the party who got above a 10.
Now try I rolled a 23.
That's
For
it.
the first
Oh,
initiative.
right. Yeah,
that
Try
was
us first up.
How is a 7 a 4th highest?
Because we suck. That's how.
Winning.
I still go before you
Give
do
me
though.
1 second. Real quick.
Hey, Brett, you might want to change your the initiative on the turn order thing because right now it places you after rain. Like you can edit it yourself.
Oh.
Yeah, you
Is
just
that
click on the number and change it.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
It's
Just gonna
really useful.
just gonna totally not change mine.
Yeah, did I get a 4?
I
You
thought
must
I
mean
got a
34.
20. Yeah, 24. And that's
Anyway.
physically impossible.
Oh, and Thomas also got a 12. That's good. We're not all garbage.
No, just the majority of us.
Alright. Rain, you're up first.
Oh, right. Shit, because I forgot that I was controlling her. Well, I guess I'll do it now. She's going to cast Mage Armor, and her ward is going to come online. I
Okay.
would have done it before, like even coming into the cave, but I forgot.
And I imagine she's here.
Yeah.
You guys can
that's
set yourselves up how you would have come through. Because I didn't really talk about
Probably
marching order.
towards the middle.
Probably still leading the charge with Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I'm
There we go.
leading the charge with you guys as well because, you know,
Front
armor
runners.
boy.
Armor boys.
Yeah, also, are these things to our left and right proper cave walls?
Yes. Yeah, so you would be able to move in here, but you shouldn't be able to. And then like
Okay.
this is like a column.
Okay. That's fair enough. Yeah, so she's going to cast Mage Armor, and then from there she's just going to, well, stand there,
Okay.
get ready.
Chaya, you're up.
Wait, how did Rain go before Chaya? She should
That's
have
great.
gone
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Okay.
I don't know why that did that. Yeah, Chaya, you're up. You should have gone first, but
That's okay.
that always
Let's
happens to
see.
you. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, okay, I guess we'll do this. She will run up. I can make it to here.
Oh god,
And-
that's brave.
Yeah, probably a little stupid. But Shaya's knocked down with keeping human souls or whatever jar.
Oh shit! Right.
Yeah. All right. So let's go for this.
Oh yeah.
Try to crack over top of the.
Thank God it's the first one.
Do you
Yes.
have a magical stick, or is it just a stick?
It's just a stick. Just like a
Imagine-
Disney.
It's a nice stick.
Yeah. So it hits her.
Right.
Smashes her. Like you just reach out with your staff. First hit cracks her against the ribs. After you run up to her quickly, kind of takes her by surprise.
All right. I'll try to swing and hit her again.
So as you reach out with your staff to smack her against the head, almost quicker than the eye can see, one of her swords reaches out and blocks your strike.
A 21 misses.
Oh, snaps.
We might be in a bit of trouble.
Okay. Taken by surprise, she'll just do another attempted unarmed strike, but probably.
Yeah, the 21 does hit.
Wait, what?
But the second attack was a 21.
I know. So the second attack does hit.
Ah.
So you ball up your fist in fury after having your stick knocked away, and you use your momentum to just ram your fist straight into the same spot where you hit her with your quarterstaff the first time. You can hear like just this dull thud against the ribs, and the creature grunts. Okay. Anything else?
Well, that's it for this turn.
Quick question before we proceed on to Thomas, then I guess. Does the attacks look like they hit normally?
You
Hint,
could
hint.
you could do a
Resistance.
you could do a perception check on your turn to figure that out.
Okay.
Thomas runs up and races up towards her. And he makes an attack. Oop. Let me see. This one does land. It gets past her guard and stabs her in the belly, dealing her some damage. And he tries to attack her again with a second attack. And he hits her again.
Yeah, Dad Vader, pulling the weight.
Dad Vader. That is-
Roland, you're up.
I'm going to follow Thomas's example and charge right in, and just try to get Iron Fang in there.
Okay.
There's a delay on my click. Ah,
So as you're swinging Iron Fang out, one of the swords of her 6 arms knocks it to the side, and it misses.
he's going to try and bring it back around and find purchase.
Okay.
Second attack.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Holy smokes.
All right, that's the crit I was hoping for. Dropping a 3rd level smite.
Oh my god.
It's finally happened, you guys. Finally.
So
Throw
that
her
against and she's a fiend, right?
Yes.
Oh my
So that's
Brad with his
That's
hands
10
over his
D8.
mouth.
10d8?
yeah, because it's 4 from the 3rd level plus 1 for it being a fiend. 10d8 radiant.
Give me a second.
Let me know when to roll.
I'm sorry,
Chip,
14,
I'm so pleased for you.
18. So just damage alone is 18. Go ahead and roll your dice.
46.
18.
Oh my god!
Lot of-
Everything ends.
Paladins, baby.
There, a couple sevens.
And you still have another. Oh wait, no, you already attacked twice.
Yeah, those are both my attacks.
Oh my
All right.
That was
Hopefully she
like-
doesn't kill me.
that was
Holy
like better than
smokes,
numbers
dude.
At his very, very best, with everything going his way, and crits. Jesus Christ. Look at that.
Okay.
All right. I'm pretty satisfied.
So after you take Iron Fang and plunge it into her side, it sinks in. Her eyes widen, and Iron Fang just immediately becomes entombed in this black flame, and it pours into the wound and sears her flesh, and she screams in pain. In reaction, she's going to hit you or attack you.
Completely fair.
Let's see.
Does this make
here.
up for
Turnabout
missing?
is indeed fair play.
Does it make up for missing Janrik coming back?
Yeah, I didn't think I'd actually get to crit smite. A feat
Every
ever.
paladin's dream.
Yeah, I got the paladin wet dream.
All right.
And you got it on a fiend.
So the first thing she's going to do is smash you with her tail, or try to.
It's fair enough.
She got a 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so it deals you 20 damage as it smashes you. On top of that, the tail wraps around you, and you're restrained.
Excuse me, what the fuck?
She then, like, her body turns towards you, holding out all 6 of her arms, and she attacks you with all 6.
Oh my god!
Excuse me.
What?
It's an 18.
Nani?
That hits.
Pardon?
That's 10 damage.
Okay.
What is your AC? 18.
18.
Okay. That's a 23.
That hits.
15 damage. That's a 16 misses. That's a 27. So it's going to be another 16. 2 more attacks. It's a 24 for 14 more. And a 20 for another 12.
How many of those are death saving throw fails?
None. I'm at 8.
You're still alive? Okay.
So
I will never
you're
question a paladin.
you're like wrapped up in her tail, and this creature starts pummeling you with blows. The majority of them getting making its way through. Toes, and you're up.
I sure am. Well, I'm already old, so I don't have to fear about dying a young and foolish death. I draw my sword and run in.
Here you go, Janny. It's gonna be right here.
Yeah, thanks.
Bloop.
Yep, so,
Here, let me put a little guy
you
on
know
there.
what, fuck this, I'm going to use some of my fighting spirit and attack twice with advantage.
Okay.
That's one.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. So let's see, 14.
That's
So on the second attack, she's going to knock it away. It doesn't hit.
okay.
So the first attack, hold on, 14, 1, 2, 3, 17, 21 damage from the first attack.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, so she knocks away the second one, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I'm going to stay right here.
Okay, Janrik, you're up.
So many things to do. Okay, I will drop duplicity down. Over here,
Can you do it that far?
120 feet. Yeah.
Wow. Pretty good distance.
As I run for here, and I also cast spiritual weapon here. So I need a homie sock or something.
Yeah, your homie sock appears.
We need an actual picture of a sock.
I've looked to find something that would stand out.
Commission me and I'll draw it for you.
What are your rates?
All right. So where is your spiritual weapon?
My time isn't worth that much.
Here.
That square behind her. Yeah.
Give me a second. I will give you one. Right,
Do you actually have
directly
some?
behind her.
Yeah.
Boop. Come on, let me move this guy. I don't know why it won't let me move it. I want to move it. Well, all right, it's just right behind her. We know that.
25 would have hit.
Does hit, yeah. So let me ask a question to people. If a creature has magical resistance, it says has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. Does that doesn't give it resistance to damage? No, it doesn't. Okay.
No, no.
Yeah,
If it
I
did,
do
it
know
would
the
say.
damage resistance.
Don't try and give her extra shit, Brad.
I'm not. Well, I am. I am.
If,
Go ahead. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Oh, to be fair, I did crit smite her, so like I think it's pretty
Eye for
even.
an eye.
Oh, dude, you.
Well, technically, smites are not spells.
I'm gonna break out the
Yeah, I'm not worried.
everything I
That's not what I'm
got
trying
on
to
it.
do. All right, go ahead and roll damage.
Cast at level 5.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
I do feel like you need to say that you cast it at level 5 at the beginning, but let's see, 15 and 12.
I didn't want to interrupt you. When I cast the spell, it popped up for the ask me which level, and then I made the decision.
Fair enough. 27.
I don't have any 4th level or 5th level spells. Just
does it do both or does it do
Do you
one
have
or
any
the other?
fourth levels?
I believe it should be both because
It's both. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's yeah.
It's bonus action. Just so good.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm feeling inadequate, you guys. I'm just a guy with a sword, you know?
Elizabeth, you're up.
I don't have magic.
I'm just a little tiefling who pew-pews things. And I'm gonna pew-pew this thing. First, I'm gonna move up slightly. They're not right up next to it because it's terrifying. I'm gonna cast Hex on it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give it disadvantage on strength checks.
Ah, nice.
Is there a save for that?
No.
No, never.
I will.
Hex is
I'll
good.
click on it. I'll click on it just so you can see.
Thank you.
Yeah, his name. No save. Yeah,
And strength
why
checks.
am I-
Nice.
Yep. Let's get him out that grapple.
Okay.
And I'm going to do my bread and butter, and I'm going to. I do an extra d6, which I haven't added onto here, so I will just.
Okay. That one misses, and that one misses.
Never mind then. I tried.
Choya! You're up.
That was a beautiful falsetto.
Hitting the notes, guys. Just hit them.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
From the wording of Hex, would you say that it's a d6 per time that I cast Eldritch Blast, or for each projectile?
it's for each projectile.
Yeah, I think so.
That's it. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
That is the way
Yeah.
I'm reading it as well.
I would agree with that.
Okay, Shia will, seeing Roland in a not so great situation, she is going to cast. That work?
Okay.
So she's casting that on Roland. I think. And then for her action, she'll take 2 more attacks.
Okay, that hits.
What's up?
And the second one is blocked.
Okay.
Her sword like lashes out and smacks your quarterstaff aside.
A lot of natural 20s already.
Oh, tons.
But the second.
Rain is up.
Oh right, brain. Sorry, it's my turn. I'm going to have to be a bit more on the. Okay, so she does have a couple new spells that I've never seen before. So let me just check out what one of them does. Ooh, that's Jesus. Okay. She is going to attempt to. Well, I don't know that she has magic resistance. If I did, I wouldn't do this.
It's true.
I just realized that. Yeah. So she is going to attempt to cast Hold Monster on the Merrimack.
Okay.
Whoa, she
Hold
has that?
Monster. Sorry?
Is it definitely hold monster or not hold
It is
person?
definitely Hold Monster. Level 5 spell.
Ooh.
Oh, go rain.
But unfortunately, she hasn't realized yet that this creature
No.
All right, what's the save?
So-
Worth a try.
it's a wisdom saving throw, and the DC is gonna be 17.
Ooh. Not bad.
That's still quite
So you reach out. Rain reaches out with her hands, starts manipulating the energy, magical, just ether in the area, and starts forming bonds around this creature. And you see like take hold. The creature's eyes widen, and she spreads her arms wide, and the spell has no effect.
No effect. Damn it. But do we know at least now that she has magic resistance, basically?
No. You wouldn't know
It's
that.
kind of hard to tell.
Darn it.
Thomas is up.
She's super beefy, that's what we know.
Dude, she's so strong. She's a CrossFitter, man, and she does steroids.
She can't be a crossfitter. She hasn't told us about it yet.
That's true. That's right. By
How'd
the
you do
way,
burpees with a snake body? My
So
question.
many questions.
yeah, she's into plyometrics. Like, here we go. Hold on. Let me go. All right, Roland's pops. First miss, and reaction blocks that away. So he misses both of his attacks. Rolly, you're up.
Roly poly.
You are
All right.
restrained.
Tough spot.
Yeah.
Oh, restrained, not just grappled. Jeez, okay.
Yeah. So I have to try and break the grapple. Is basically my only thing.
You could also just attack at disadvantage.
Yeah, speed 0, can't benefit from bonus of speed. Attack rolls have advantage against you, and attack rolls against the creature are disadvantage. And you also have disadvantage on dex throws.
Okay.
That sounds nasty.
Yeah, that sounds
It
pretty
is.
awful.
And you have 8 hit points.
Thank you for that reminder.
Not to tell you what to do.
You have a little bit more AC, kind of, sort of. That might not be that.
Yeah, for a while.
All right.
Also, she goes just after you, so you don't never mind.
Yeah, she's kind of beating my ass. TBH. My character sheet's reacting super slow. I'm going to just try to break the grapple because I think that's the only way I live.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to do that. It's athletics, right?
Yes. Well,
Is
no.
it
It's just. Let's see.
It can be dex, can't it?
It is either athletics or dexterity or acrobatics.
The escape is the
If I
DC
remember
19. You can do athletics.
Oh,
Sorry,
Alright,
you
let's hope I
shouldn't.
don't.
You shouldn't know that, but yeah.
That's okay. It'll make the roll go faster.
Sometimes I read things that I shouldn't.
Does she not have to make an opposing check?
Nope, it's a DC.
It's a
Otherwise-
base.
Hey.
So you reach down with your hands and you take away one coil and the next coil, and she looks over in amazement as you squirm out and you escape from the grapple.
Just too cool for her.
He's a strong boy.
I told her I was gonna beat that ass. Right, and then with my bonus action, I probably should cast Shield of Faith on myself.
You already have Shield of Faith on you.
Oh
true.
wait, yeah.
You cannot.
That's
I
a
don't-
stack.
You said it.
Yeah.
stack the same effect.
You said it.
I was looking at bonus action spells and kind of
Nah, I'm kidding.
brained it.
It's alright.
Uh,
I'm
Oh,
just
wait.
messing with you.
It doesn't stack, does it?
no,
No.
you can't have two magical effects stack at all.
Okay.
Yep, that's a. Yeah, that's my turn then.
Can you not run away?
You
Ah,
could run away because then you only take one attack as opposed to 6 of them on her
You know what?
turn.
You're right. I'm gonna try that. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't.
Nice pigeon.
Gonna attempt to move and get the opportunity attack.
Okay. Yeah, she's going to attack you.
All right. Do I go unconscious? Find out next time.
On
We're gonna
night
take a break
one.
here, guys. See you next week.
Yep.
Let's see here.
Come on. Come on.
She
come on.
she attacks you with the tail.
Of course.
It's a 19.
Oh, thank God.
And as she does that, I am going to make.
Wait,
an
it's a
attack opportunity.
it's a 19.
A natural 19.
Yeah, don't I have Shield of Faith, which would bring me to 20?
Yes, you do.
Thank God.
So it misses. So go ahead.
Yep. And as she does that, so using my Sentinel feat, I am going to attack her.
Is that part of the Sentinel feat? You can...
Oh.
Yep.
It's a miss.
Let me check. Let me check something real
Are
quick.
you sure,
Like
Brad? Are
fighting
you
spirit.
sure that's a miss? You said.
Yeah, until the end of your current. Oh shit! Until the end of the current turn, so I still have advantage on that from fighting spirit.
End of turn, not round.
Oh right, end of. Shit, the terminology. I had it the wrong way around.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, no, never mind, never mind.
So as you take the swipe, she like dodges to the side real quick, and then she disappears from view, completely.
Oh, fuck.
Ah, it's her turn now. She gets to do freaky shit.
Susan left.
So she disappears and reappears somewhere else, and runs.
We're the snake lady.
Do we? You see where she? Oh,
You don't. Roland doesn't. Elizabeth, everyone else could. She reappears here, and then runs in this direction.
Ah, okay, she's over there. Okay.
Okay.
So she is legitimately running away from us, right?
Isn't that a story? We kicked the demon's ass so hard it ran away.
I mean, are we here to kill it, or are we here to grab the stone and run?
It's a good question. One that I can't answer in or out of character.
Tozen.
So I saw her run.
Yes.
but, yeah, that's kind of far away from me. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm going to walk right here and grab the glowing stone of people's souls. And now that sounds like a terrible idea now that I'm saying it out loud to myself. But fuck it, I said it.
Okay.
Just like put it under my arm or something. Nothing bad happens to me as I touch the bad juju stone.
How'd you just?
Do a wisdom save.
Oh god.
Oh, I have proficiency in those.
a small mercy.
Oh,
Oh no! You couldn't have done this near me or the other paladin.
Well, no, not really, because you're not near the stone. Because, you know,
choices.
Okay. So you reach out. You reach out with your hands and you place your hands on the stone. In that moment, you feel like you're being sucked into this thing. Your eyes just, this becomes your world, and all of a sudden these white streaks that are like swirling, almost like clouds inside, stop and move up to where your hands are, and you can see these like spirits, tormented souls peering out at you from this prison, and they start screaming, and you can hear their wails and screams in your ears. You're gonna take on 1 level of madness.
Oh my god.
Undetermined.
Undetermined or
At the moment. I have to
Undetermined.
get something. Hold on.
Okay. Oh
Like
yes,
stuff like that,
madness tables. Always like breaking those out.
Whoa, that was my mic. Sorry, that was probably loud and annoying.
What kind of madness? Long term, short term, or indefinite?
Madness forever.
Do I know?
No, not yet. Hold on.
I love that Bolt Boy meme.
That Vault Boy meme is becoming more and more appropriate as the fight goes on.
Did you draw that?
There's something? No,
Yeah.
I looked up Rock in the Sock and I found that.
Oh,
It
that's
was, like, so
adorable.
cute. I nominate this for the
Great
sprite.
mascot.
Group
Oh.
mascot, but also the sprite for a generic spiritual weapon.
Okay, I can Photoshop it to have a see-through background.
Good. That would make it useful. So, this is going to be interesting. Insane Tozen.
So you're stuck looking at that. I'll let you know about the madness in a second, but that's your turn.
Oh, come on.
The character with all the wisdom and mental clarity goes mad.
Janny, you're up.
Janny is going to.
Oh, wait a moment. My new level 9 feature. I can try to reroll.
Do we know? Do we see?
What's your level
something
9
wrong with
feature?
him?
Let me just post it. Sorry, I
It's like
interrupted
indomitable,
Kurt.
right?
I would like to not go mad, basically.
Beginning now, you can reroll a saving throw that you fail. If you do so, you must use the new roll, and you can't use this feature again until you finish the long rest.
I think this is a good
Okay.
point to make this.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then he rolled lower.
Oh, you can't roll
That's
lower than a
not
1.
You gotta believe.
So let's see. Just let me say, come on, you guys. This is.
I mean, is madness that bad?
Bad enough that I don't want it.
So, as these things are screaming at you, your muscles, you guys see this guy's muscles bunch in his back as he's trying to pull his hands away. Finally, you get 1 millimeter, 2 millimeters, an inch, and then you fling back. And your arms come away, and you're unable to unlock your eyes from the orb.
No madness, then. Yeah.
No madness.
But that was my action, probably.
Yes.
I will step away from the bad juju stuff.
Okay. Sorry, Janrik, you're up.
Yeah, that's me.
I will come over here and do my best. What I got. That's what I got, man. That's all you got. It's really
It's
not
even
bad.
It's not bad at all. It literally just doubled my HP.
Yeah.
Double.
That's plus 20, not plus 7.
Elizabeth, you're up.
So we.
Oh wait, you also get 9, 12 more.
What?
It's D8 plus your spell modifier, which is not in there.
Yep.
You only get to add that one once.
Oh, just one?
Yeah, you do have it under there.
Oh, so.
Oh, no,
yeah,
no.
No, it's one. It's 1 times 3 times D8.
Yeah, yours isn't in there. You have 535 plus a 7,
Right.
and then you don't
So is
have
it
your
just
spell
the
modifier.
first time?
Yeah.
Yeah, you only add your
Oh, okay.
modifier
3.
once.
Yeah.
Sorry. Plus 3 more then.
Okay, so 23 total? Math.
Yes,
hard.
20.
Yeah.
All the math.
Thank God.
That's pretty good.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
And that's fixed now.
So...
I'm gonna bound and run over here by my buddy.
Oh.
Okay, Elizabeth, you're up.
Okay, so we know where she went, but we don't know where exactly she is behind that or what she's doing. I'm gonna hold an Eldritch Blast for when I see her again,
Okay.
because I'm not about to run over there.
Shia, you're up.
Well, Chaya is about to run over there.
Oh, no.
So let's see. 45. Get me to.
Yeah, that's what you should do instead of trying to touch the bad juju stone.
I don't know, I kind of want to boop it so I get a touch of madness.
Just boop. Just a quick,
Let's see. She'll use a key point to bonus action dash. The step up the thing.
Step of the wind.
Let me mark that.
I really like the names of monk abilities. Definitely
So with a gust of sort of like Vidal Sassoon hair flowing
Yes.
behind her, she'll keep going.
It's a Pantene Pro V commercial.
That's right. So let's see. I think I went 40, so I should have like 45 or so left. Let's see.
Now I'm stuck trying to visualize all of her abilities as commercials for some or other product.
So as you round that corner, you see her tucked into that back corner.
You're on your
That's
own,
when
buddy.
you break out your ninja stars.
Yeah, they don't hit very well, do they?
All right, so I think I can make it to about there, and
Okay.
then I'll try to pull a Janrik and drop the boom. So hand to her amulet, and other hand to pointed towards the fiends.
Oh yeah, Toll the Dead.
Oh, she is injured though, right? That's
Oh, yeah.
theory.
By the way, that blew out my ears.
What did?
When I was the sudden boom. Wasn't expecting it, and I had the volume up
What's
because
that?
everything else is quiet
Which
in the recording.
which boom?
From, I'll find the sound snippet later. But
Oh,
it,
when Janrik did that really loud?
yes,
When Kurt did that? I remember
Right,
that.
session. Okay.
Did you enjoy the Mission Impossible music that Brad threw?
I enjoyed everything. It was pretty great.
It was probably one of the best sessions. It's great.
She fails. So she takes 13 damage. It's just like bell rings in her head. You hear this mental scream tear across your own psyche. Alright. Okay, Rain is up.
Right, well, just get you step forward, and step forward, and step forward again. can't see the bad guy, so that does kind of limit her effectiveness.
Same problem, sister.
Let's see what she's got prepared. Nothing that would really be hugely useful. Oh my god, she's got such beautiful handwriting. But nothing that would be particularly useful.
Of course she does. Of course she has beautiful handwriting.
Although... Well, if I had researched this a bit better, I might polymorph Roland into something like beefier with more hit points or whatever, but unfortunately I haven't. So...
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Turn me into a T-Rex so I can smite with my teeth. Let me live that-
Tyrannosaurus Rex!
Right, you're level 9, so I think that makes you about the right level for a T-Rex.
Yeah, I think that's the
Brad,
highest
can
you
I-
can actually do it.
Right, can I turn him into a T-Rex?
Yes.
Quite the question.
Yay!
I mean,
Alright.
would you know what a T-Rex was?
Well, that's the whole thing about it even being included is like, when did T-Rexes come in the D&D timeline, and why do we know about them?
Well, Cholt.
Jolt.
Yeah, and Cholt, like, actual dinosaurs still exist.
Yeah, they're all.
So
Okay.
maybe she knows about them because of her
She's
scholarly
done.
pursuits.
Yeah, she's done some reading. You did raise that question when my character turned into a T-Rex in Curse of Strahd.
You did that. That's pretty fucking metal, Charlotte. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
But anyway,
otherwise Strahd would have killed me with probably 2 swipes.
All right, I'm into it. Yes.
Yes.
I don't have a
Technically-
token for you. You're gonna have to figure out stats and stuff. I'm just gonna make you really. I'm just gonna make you really big. Hold on.
I think that's what you did for me as well. You just made my
I
token.
can send you a
really big.
token if you want.
There you go.
I have my way.
I'm kind of okay with it just being Roland but big.
All right, so Rain sticks out her arm. Hold on, and you feel like your physical reality just start to morph and tear and move, and you watch as your body like horrifically changes and grows into these just odd shapes. Scales push their way through your skin, and you feel your face elongate, your teeth sharpen and get larger, and all of a sudden everyone just looks a little bit smaller.
Everything apart
Just
from his
a little.
arms grow.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
The annoyingly small arms.
You-
Also, he's huge, so he's actually 3x3.
The first thing that you think is, I've got an itch on my face. And you like try to reach up, and you can't. The farthest you can get is like mid-chest. Like
and then the next
collarbone,
thing you
maybe.
realize is that your skin is really, really dry
Dude, so dry.
and ashy.
And it's cold down there, too, so you're cold-blooded. Disadvantage for everything.
Ha ha.
All right, so that's Rain's turn. If she wants to move, she can move. And then Thomas is up. He's like, what's going on over here?
Says
Yeah,
it in
essentially
exactly
both
that
between
pitch.
them.
Oh, shoot. It's not what I wanted.
Roland needs to ride. Oh no, his father needs to ride Roland into battle.
Yes! Yes! Just like pop him on his head and just charge.
He sees Roland change, and he runs over,
Uh,
and he jumps onto Roland's
You just-
leg and holds on. He's going to do an athletics check, though, to see if he can hold on.
You can just literally go to the compendium and
Just
drag
Just give me that.
out.
don't you get flashbacks to Genric riding on the back of Benevin?
Athletics.
Well, a little bit, but this
He does
Quite size difference.
just fine. So he jumps up and grabs a protruding scale. Go get him! And that's his turn.
this is fantastic.
Roar.
You're up, buddy.
Roar.
Yeah,
I
I did send
get to live a lot of dreams today. This is great.
Which is
Roar
buddy.
sounds like
You're welcome.
you actually be on Broadway. Roar.
Yeah, so did you get
Yeah, I have.
the-
Thank you.
Okay.
So, got a 50-foot move speed.
Yeah,
Whoa.
they're
That is
very
part of the
fast.
reason.
Holy crap.
They can get very fast. The thing is, T-Rexes don't corner very well.
So I could get somewhere in this general vicinity, but
You also have 25 strength. Just wanted to point that out. Your next time she tries to pull the sneaky on you.
Sneaky,
you know what?
like-
If I'm gonna have to, I'm just gonna take. Yeah, I can't take anything else with me, so I'm just gonna take the dash action and just close the gap the rest of the way.
Okay. So you just come storming up to her. Her eyes widen. She doesn't know what's going on.
Chaya just like ducks between the legs, or I don't know what.
Yeah, this
imagine
creature
people-
runs over top of you, and then you look up and you see this giant T-Rex jumping over you. One of the arms is like kind of weirdly scratching up on the neck, and then you got Thomas riding on the side with this long sword out, like pointed forward, yelling.
I think this needs to be more
Every-
picture.
Everyone is puzzled. The Marilith starts. Starts chanting, and Chaya next to you, you hear this tear, and this fiery portal tears into existence next to you. Does anyone speak Abyssal?
Ah. Thought you were
Ah,
gonna
shit,
say
I knew I should
infernal.
hit that in high school instead of,
If she's from the
Spanish.
Nine Hills, shouldn't she speak infernal?
It's Abyssal.
Oh, it's one.
According to
one's
the stats.
for demons and one's for fiends, right? Like, is
Okay.
it is infernal fiends and abyssal's demons or something?
What's
Something like that.
they have her with Abyssal and telepathy. Yeah, devils and demons are different, which is what I learned
Okay. No, I do not.
as I was. Sorry though, it was close.
We're hitting Warhammer tier over here.
So out of this portal steps this creature, another, and you hear in your head, the words of Maliki warning you about how these creatures led troops or commanders.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
snap!
Shit.
Let's see here. Let me roll initiative for this one. Real quick. Did it put her in the initiative track? It did.
Shit,
Whose turn is it now?
What's
It's
gonna
hers.
happen to T-Rex? Yep.
You may have skipped me.
Did I? I always do that.
Yep.
I do it every time. How did I skip you though? Rain,
I go after the Meredith
Thomas.
if she's
Oh no, yeah, the Marilith isn't finished yet. So hold on a second. So yeah, now it is your turn, Tozen.
Okay.
You also hear another voice break the silence. What time do you guys want to be done?
Soon.
Yeah.
I'm good to go for a little while.
No, I gotta go.
Yeah, let's
like, quick.
so with that, the portal opens. This another one of these Mariliths comes straight out, sword slashing. And we'll leave it at that.
Another one. God damn it.
You guys are tearing up the other one, so.
Direct punishment.
And this isn't just because you're tearing up that thing. This is
Oh, sure.
This is a ability that this guy's. So side note, next weekend, you guys want to play?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, everyone. Can you?
I mean,
Will you?
guess.
I
Yeah,
can probably, yes.
I should be able to.
Okay.
I
'Cause
plan I plan on it.
Okay, the next 2 weeks, I'm probably not going to be able to. So
This always seems to be the way. We play
a
2
couple
or
of
3 times in a row and then not for 2 or 3 weeks.
so that's a possibility. I might go to California. I'm looking at the calendar here on the 20th, but I might not. So if not, then we could play the 20th as well.
Today was a pretty metal session, though.
Dude, so
Yeah.
metal.
This is pretty metal.
This is fantastic.
I crit smited a demon. Got turned into a
Ben,
T-Rex. There's
yeah.
another Oathbreaker riding my back.
It's been a good
Dude.
day. Thank you.
This is an album cover right here.
Yeah. All right, you'll disconnect.
Alright,
Yep.
yeah.
There we go. Sasha, we missed you, but luckily you'll be back hopefully next week, and you'll be able to finish it all out.
And I hope I ran rain as you would have yourself.
If it's not a cover, an album cover, it's at least a coffee mug.
At the very minimum, or like a tank top.